Yo. People of the internet. Who aren't bots. Who aren't some sort of bot. It's the one and only KTRD broadcasting from the West Desert. The West Desert. We are getting ready for a wonderful Monday classic installment. The wonderful Polyester Blend, the flagship show on KTRD. KTRD just getting done with another great episode of Travis Mayhoff's Gold Panning. Check that show out on KTRD. Travis Mayhoff goes out to the different riverbeds and washes of the West Desert and pans for gold. He's going to take us out one day. I need to take him up on that. Feel good. This is one of those shows where I'm like, I guess I'm ready. I don't know if anyone else watched the interview Scott Pelley. For those who don't know, Scott Pelley is a longtime correspondent on CBS 60 Minutes, which, for me, let's go inside. Let's go. Here we go. Hi. Hey, everyone. I am Ryan Schlegel. There you see me in the middle. I am operating the KTRD board out in the West Desert. For those who don't know, we do broadcast out in the West Desert. Here's a show. People who just want to know. There's our shed, but we broadcast out there in North Gold Hill. North Gold Hill, the Hastings Dip. That's where we broadcast from. Not a huge broadcast range, but again, I dare you. I dare you to take a TV and an antenna and go out into that broadcast range and tune in. You'll fight us on UHF frequency. But we have a little station out there. There's the shed. There it is right there. And there's me inside of it. We simulcast out to there. We take over the reins here in Rose Park. But we're not there yet. 9 p.m. is when Polyester Blend starts. But this guy, Scott Pelley, I don't know. I mean, there you can see him on the monitor on the left. I don't know how many people of our generation, I feel like maybe this is where my old soul, we'll still use that term. He's an old soul. I'm just old now. That my soul is old, so I just end. But Scott Pelley was fired from CBS 60 Minutes in the horrific falling apart, just decay, just disgusting stuff what's happening at CBS with the new owners bowing to Trump. But anyway, they're gutting it. They're, you guys, you're not fair and balanced. They're trying to be Fox, where it's like, no, you're just trying to move more right wing. But CBS 60 Minutes, for those who don't know, I mean, for generations has been one of the flagship television news programs. I mean, it is based in the journalism standards of Edward Murrow, going back to the 40s and 50s. You've seen the movie Good Luck, Good Night, or even on Broadway, I guess. That's where you can go check it out. But it is a travesty because as I get older, CBS Sunday Morning, my mom has turned me on to this. It's a nice little way to have your coffee on a Sunday morning. You get some news items, some fluff, and then some serious stuff, but just always interesting. Well, after CBS 60 Minutes fired Scott Pelley, amongst other wonderful correspondents who had no just reason to be fired. This last weekend on CBS Sunday Morning, a get to know J.D. Vance. America's sweetheart, J.D. Vance. And I was like, oh, it really is jump the shark here over on CBS and the news and the quality. Who in America wants to sit down and get to know J.D. Vance? Besides, like, those suffering from a lot of ailments. This guy's no good. I mean, hopefully we shake the fleas of fascism and what's going on in the world with our current government and the dismantling of our democracy. It's a republic. But this guy who's going to get tossed, I mean, Mike Pence had more power in Washington before J.D. Vance, if you take them coming into vice presidents. And Mike Pence, who I do not like, and I'm not here to support, but I'm just saying, he even was brought to Trump's eye where they were like, maybe kill him. Maybe kill him. It's like, whoa, don't do that. I don't like the guy, but I don't want him dead. And the inner core. And you're telling me when things go sideways, where Mike Pence had at least some stature, and again, good riddance to him being gone, but what are they going to do to you, JD? You're not strong enough for this, brother. You're going down. They're going to put a flea collar on that right-wing conservative side, and they're going to just extrude you from the whole world. But the reason I bring up Scott Pelley is he talks about why he was, one of the reasons he was worried and brought up and why he got fired was he said that you're taking this, he told the higher ups, blanking on the name of the person in charge of CBS News, who is just making the whole thing fall apart. But they were talking about, for one example, one of his stories about Minneapolis and during the just protests that were happening there not too long ago. Remember that? Remember that whole thing where one of our great cities was under siege by the Gestapo known as ICE? But they had a story where they were trying to be like, well, did the protesters act in a violent way that I wouldn't say deserved, but at least could understand why the authorities acted in such violence? And they're like, no, not really, no. And the CBS heads were like, nah, maybe you should find that. And he had the story ready to go for Sunday night. And he said he was working till 12 p.m. on a major broadcast show. And he was like, this is not how it's done here. This should be locked and loaded. This is what we do. We're the highest standard of news program on television. And we're getting like notes hours before it's supposed to be a broadcast, before it's supposed to be well done, locked and loaded, tapes in. All you have to do is press play. Now, all of that's horrible. But the reason I bring it up is I was like, oh man, wouldn't that be nice to be done hours ahead of time? I was like, oh man, we're editing stuff right before the show broadcasts. You know that. Sometimes it doesn't get going until a little after 9. We don't have that luxury here on KTRD. Frankly, now that CBS is falling apart, the new standard in news journalism and comedy and music and pop culture, really KTRD has taken over that mantle. And the flagship show, they had CBS 60 Minutes. We have Polyester Blend. And we've taken over that spot, but we're working right to the end here. We don't have a huge staff. Let me count the staff we have who work on the show before, not just showing up and vomiting out their ideas. Let me count on one. And the standard we have, and keep going. Right now, the overlords of KTRD, which we're going to explore. I just got a letter, classic snail mail from the owner of KTRD. We don't have time this week to go over it, but next week I'm going to share this letter, and some real interesting things are happening here at KTRD and Polyester Blend, and kind of the opposite of CBS. I think they're going in the good way. People, I'd be remiss. It is 8:55. Polyester Blend starts in 5 minutes, but we must do our duties as KTRD before we hand it over to us. What does that weather look like out in North Gold Hill. Where people, you're looking at some hot days ahead of you. Today's going to be the hottest. You're going to get some rest, some respite from this heat. Today was a high of 97. It's going to be a low of 61. Throughout the week, you're going to be hovering at the high to mid 80s. We'll get a little bit of coolness next weekend, 82 high, 49 on Saturday, but you're looking at those high to mid 80s, but not as hot as these 90s we've gotten. So if you're camping out there, you're panning for gold like our good friend Travis, or just enjoying what the West Desert has to offer in the North Gold Hill area, bring plenty of water. Cover your skin. We've all realized we're done with showing the sun our skin. Enough. We don't need these skin tags and cancers. Cover up if you're out there getting exposed to the sun. People, speaking of getting exposed, you're going to be exposed to a wonderful show here tonight. Polyester Blend. Polyester Blend. Starting in 4 minutes here on the wonderful KTRD station. Polyester Blend. 4 minutes. 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Stay with us.
Poly Blend.
Heck of a match going on right now if you're not watching New Zealand versus the newly established, well, I guess it's the same regime. We didn't take over the regime, just a new leadership of Iran. How fucking odd of a world we live in. Where the country of Iran's national soccer team is playing in LA. On U.S. soil. I hope no one fucks with them. Just go easy, Jesus. Coincidence about that whole piece before the World Cup starting? I don't know. Just, are we all not thinking in conspiracy brains these days? And I don't want to. I want a calm and nice village that's connected to a nice and calm state, that's connected to a nice and calm federal government. 2-2 in stoppage time. All I can tell from what I've been doing, I keep an eye on it, got the screen on in the background. Hell of a match. We're going to be talking about World Cup. Plenty of sports talk here tonight. But if you're not into sports, don't worry. We got plenty of other good stuff. Good stuff. Forgot to do this. Hell yeah. Had to find a song for tonight's theme, which is New York, Knicks, and Carolina. I found one. It is 9 p.m., people. 9 p.m. on these KTRD waves of television. That means we hand over the reins to me and the rest of your husky boy friends on Polyester Blend Live. We must broadcast now. Sit back and enjoy the show. KTRD, home of the Polyester Blend Network, is now on the air. Welcome to another broadcast day. Polyester Blend Live streams Mondays at 8 o'clock over the internet from the Schledio in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's also simulcast from UHF station KTRD, 299 MHz frequency from Hastings Dip in Utah's West Desert. As Polyester Blend Network and KTRD starts its broadcast day, we ask you to join us as we dissect, try to understand, poke fun, and also share our love of this strange Utah existence.
I don't want to get married ever to anyone. You understand that?
Oh boy, when I first made that video in Strange Existence, I put on the emphasis of Utah. And God knows it is strange, and it will continue to get stranger, and it's always been strange, this here Utah experience. But we used to be the outliers. When I was growing up, we were the weirdos. But I would say culture as a whole has superseded Utah's weirdness. It is now the norm how weird this shit is. But you know what's not weird or bad or getting weird, all that? It's your favorite show on Monday night. It's time for a little bit of show called Polyester Live! Oh yeah, coming from the Schledio. What's up, my camera? What's up, everybody? From the Schledio. I'm your good man, Ryan Schlegel. And I'm here for a full 2 hours plus an overtime here on the internet. We got a full show here tonight. Full show. Your favorite Huskies will be joining. Oh. And I'm like two of them these days. Yeesh. That side shot. Yeesh. Got to work on that. Work out on that. Seems difficult. People, my name is Ryan Schlegel. Couldn't be happier to be your guide through this entire experience here tonight. Full show, full content. But I'd be remiss, for those who've not been here, what we do is a little bit of a basketball shot. That's right, you can see the basket there. Let's even get the other basket, the other one on here. Oh, no. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. No. We have a basketball shot I have to do, because this basketball shot will determine, not only will we have a good show, but will for peace on earth, goodwill towards all identifying genders. Let's see if I get this shot in, people. Here we go. If I get this shot, we're going to have a good show. Yeah, baby! Yeah! Nothing but net. I just don't need these idiots gawking me. I don't need the other people on the show be like, "Ooh, you're gonna get it?" That's probably what. That's what sports is all about. I really should prove myself from it, but let it be known, people. We have had the shot in the net, so we're gonna have a great show. So much fun here tonight. The lineup tonight, let me give you some hot ones. Utah Mountain of the Week, where I show you a mountain range without the name, and you got to guess what it is. We got to find out where Chaz Salt Lake City is. We've got a robust point of order. A lot of local stuff to go through. Some sad, some funny, some ridiculous, but what's going on in the state of Utah for sure. We're going to do a little Clayton Sports Roundup, because we got a lot of sports to go over. Things that we all know that happen, but we'll dissect them, and then some other interesting tidbits that we got to go over. Also tonight, another addition to Archosaur Archive. Producer Rob does the work, picks an Archosaur, which is everything in the past, people. Is everything, past and present. He'll give us a wonderful Archosaur Archive. Utah Cities quiz, have you heard about it? I'm going to give you a little hint, everybody, before they join. A little hint. Box Elder. You're Rich County? Oh, Rich County. See ya. Then we're going to get into a wonderful topic. So many topics to go through. So many topics. So people, I got to get into this, starting the program. Perfect weekends. Perfect, easy weekends. Not like you're going out and having the greatest time of your life. It's not like you're like, oh my God, I saw the thing I wanted to, and then I was at my team's championship, and then I saw the most beautiful thing, and then I had the most amazing moment with my partner, or I met someone. We're not talking that. Listen, I'm 40. I got a treasure trove of those memories, all right? You're a young buck out there, you haven't had them yet, go get them. We'll watch the show, and then go get them. But I got a lot of those banked, those memories. When you get to be my old age, what you're looking for is those easy, oh man, what a nice, easy weekend. I did stuff, but it wasn't too crazy. The emphasis on being relaxed. Listen, we work ourselves to the bone at this age, we hope. If we're lucky to. If we're lucky to have a job, we're lucky to have all that stuff, we work ourselves to the bone during the week. And the weekend, we get this pressure. Is it do we do everything to the max? Get all the drugs lined up. Get all the No. No. At this age, it's like, I got to have fun, but I got to get relaxed. Because I got to gear up for the Monday. I got to gear up for the work week. Let me tell you, this was one of those magical weekends of easiness. And I'll tell you why. First of all, you know I'm a Utah hockey fan. The Utah Mammoth is now what they're called. Season ticket holder. Sorry. I did it. I love the team. I go. Support the team. I got an email from them. You got DC bucks. You got to use them before the tournament. What the fuck are DC bucks? Apparently, for maybe 2 seasons now, I've been sitting on, they gave me a little like, go buy yourself some merch, Ryan. Go buy a hat. Not this hat. My mom got this at the DI. Thanks, Pauline. Oh, love you. And also, shout out, happy birthday to my Aunt Linda. My God knows she's not watching and will never know I even did this show. But it's her birthday today. We all just, everyone say, happy birthday, Linda. In the great city of Northville, Michigan. I texted her, don't worry. Good nephew. But anyway, I got these DC dollars, and the only place that they're set up now is at the Southtown, the shops at Southtown. Oh, could I wish that Polyester Blend had video of this naming discussion they had. Oh, Maron. If Polyester Blend could have been there for the naming, like, okay, what do we go with? It was called Southtown Mall or whatever. Totally reasonable. That some company is paid a lot to go, shut up, Utahns. Shut up, idiots. It's the shops at Southtown. That name doesn't do much for me. I don't know. Please chime in. We got the YouTube chat. Don't forget to check in the YouTube chat if you want to chime in on your thoughts on what does the thoughts of the shops at Southtown invoke to you. Doesn't do much to me, people. Doesn't do much to me. But are you like, no, they're right. No, thank you, Rob. Producer Rob, producing the show as always it is. Check us out in the YouTube chat. You can chat there. Let us know what's going on. You also go there and you find the Zoom link. You can jump on the Zoom. If you even want to say hi, make a point, jump off, or just hang with us, it's up to you. You can also check us out on Instagram. We are, of course, at Polyester Blend Live. Follow us, like us. Oh, shit, I forgot to edit the Archosaur archive coming in here today. But check us out. Say hello for all the best interest going on. The shops at Southtown. All right. You're not a mall, is what we're trying to. We're a little highfalutin, a little bit more than that. But here's the deal: they've changed this thing. Not only is there a JCPenney, which I don't think I've made this a full disclosure on Polyester Blend, but I'm a JCPenney man. Started in Wyoming. It is my department store. Reasonable deals, fits me okay. I used to be a DI guy. I'd be fucking getting DI shirts. I was hip as they could be. But now I shop at JCPenney. No, but kids, what they're doing out there is this maverick. They've changed it to the ice center. See, it was just a parking lot, but no longer. It is this beautiful ice facility, 2 rinks, practice, state of the art. sports medicine's going to go out there. It's truly incredible. Truly. When you got $1 billion and you want to get a sports team and keep sportsmen here and women, you build this thing. Anyway, it's not existed on this map, but they built this all out, and they put the store there. They put the store, and it's a temporary. DC Bucks stands for Delta Center. Well, you know what's under construction? Delta Center. And I go, Steph, we got some DC Bucks. We got to spend these DC Bucks. So we go out there, and I was worried the whole way out there. I'm like, it's gonna be like just nothing, and we have like a couple $100. God bless. And we're gonna be stretching thin on what to get at the store because there's not gonna be much. And sure enough, there's not much. There's not much. Well, what they do have is jerseys, and I'm not a jersey man. As a Husky boy, I've avoided. And this guy seems as nice as could be. Seems as nice as could be. But I've avoided wearing hockey jerseys because, I mean, this is what you're getting. This is what I feel. This is what I look like when I'm wearing hockey jerseys. So I wear the sweatshirts and the t-shirts, but I avoid the jerseys. Ugh. And he's even got the Hobbit pants. Seems like the nicest guy. Nicest guy. But I can't. This is what I think of when I'm like wearing a jersey. Like, this is literally just put my head in here. This is me trying on jerseys. Look good, Steph? I look good? I didn't get oh, yeah, Ryan. Oh, God, you're looking great in that Utah Mammoth jersey. Really? It just seems like a lot of fabric. It seems like it droops a lot. It seems like there should be pads underneath, hence why a hockey jersey's as big as it is. No, I didn't get a lot of ooh-hoo. Someone's written something. No. I got, yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a jersey. Wearing sunglasses anyway. Who the fuck am I? So I get the jersey, and it's enough. And Steph scored a TANF, I believe, worn jersey, practice or otherwise. So that was cool. One of her favorite play, who used to play for the Seattle Kraken. So we get these DC Bucks taken care of, burned through them. Burnt through them. I got some other ridiculous sweatshirt. But then it's like, you know what? We're already out here in the fine city of Sandy, place of my birth. Altaview Hospital, where I came into the world. My name's Ryan. Here we go. So I'm feeling charged. I'm feeling a sense to the area, to the earth around me. This is where I'm from. Well, something that wasn't there when I was born, but I remembered was there, was the wonderful Jordan Commons. And let me tell you right now, people, it's a bad name because there's nothing common about Jordan Commons. That should be the tagline, free for them. They're in shops at Southtown. There ain't nothing common about Jordan Commons. Because they have all sorts of situations inside. They've got things, and by the way, these restaurants are gone now. It's gone. It's all this. And I say, Steph, it's time. It's time to go see the great artiste of our times, the blockbuster himself. Mr. Blockbuster has a new movie. Steven Spielberg. There he is, humbled at what I just said. Mr. Blockbuster, Ryan. Couldn't be sweeter. I know. Couldn't be. But he has this new movie out called Disclosure Day. And listen, I'm right in the pocket of Spielbergian love. Mr. Blockbuster, as I call him. And I'm like, he's doing an alien movie? The guy who did all the great alien movies growing up, at the E.T.s and the Close Encounters. I'm like, let's go enjoy a fucking blockbuster at a goddamn movie. And I was so glad Steph was like, let's go see a fucking blockbuster at a fucking movie. We quoted each other. It was like, Jinx, owe me a Coke. We said that at the exact same time. So we go to Jordan Commons, we get the popcorn, we get the sodas. Get there a little early, eat all the popcorn before the movie starts. Whoops. But we watch this flick, and I'm telling you people, I'm seeing a lot of back and forth on the internet. Yeah, not that great. Pretty cheesy. Not a perfect movie. Shut the fuck up. Have fun. Can we not have fun anymore? Yes, the CG animals look like shit. Or there's some ridiculous things, like something I want to add to Polyester Blend where they're like, is this AI? And someone goes, no, it's true pixels. Just verified, true pixels. I'm like, that's what I said. I nudged Steph. I was like, that's Polyester Blend. That's true pixels. By the way, is that a real term? I thought true pixels, like, pixels not real. I guess it is. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it. It's true pixels. But it's fun. The stuff he weaves in with the action. I found myself getting teary-eyed. I love a good movie that has the bad guy and the good guy having a philosophical debate, about morals and what's good and just in this world. Can it be over heavy-handed about the message? Of course, but come on. There's some fucking sweet-ass action in this movie. Some sweet-ass action. Full disclosure, I loved it! Maybe I'm just a chump for this stuff. Maybe I am. I don't know. But I love it. I highly recommend that Disclosure Day. Oh boy, go check out that Disclosure Day. We wrap up a wonderful evening movie, spending that DC bucks. DC bucks flying over Sandy. Go to bed. Because we got to get them Z's. Got to, again, back to that relaxing. Got to get charged. Because we got a concert the next day. Where? Oh, I don't know. How about right back in the city we just were in the day before? Sandy! I'm calling this Sandy weekend. That's right, people. I spent time in the fourth largest city. That's a good question. It's the largest cities. Sandy, the fourth largest cities. No, it's not fourth. God damn it. What is it then? Give me that size. People, think about it. Make your guesses in your head. Oh, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. 7th largest city in Utah. But it turns out it's Sandy weekend. We're spending the whole fucking weekend there. We should have just gotten an Airbnb. I should have checked myself back into where I was born, Altaview Hospital. Give me a bed. Give me an IV. I'm spending the day. I'm spending the weekend in Sandy. But we go to the Sandy Amphitheater, and I'm telling you people, highly recommend. Highly recommend. Go see a show at Sandy Amphitheater. Parking can be a little dubious. This time we're seeing, I'll get to who we saw, but wasn't a huge show. When we went and saw LCD Sound System last year, they had to go on a little bit of a walk, a jaunt to get to the amphitheater. Because parking's not, it's not a ton. But it's a beautiful, look at how beautiful that is. Here's what's not beautiful. Picture where that sun is coming from, people. If you move that sun up, it's right over those trees, and the show started at 6. Oof, scorcher out there. And this is what I wanted to bring up tonight. Where those trees are, God forbid it. God help them. Can we put some sunshades? You telling me we can't put some sunshades up there? I don't know what the wind will do. I don't know how expensive it'll be. But if you put some sunshades up there, I know you'll lose the view. Maybe it could retract. You see what I'm saying? Can't we have these on a track? Up and down, up and down. we move these up and down, please. Because it's a bit hot. It's a bit hot. And the sun didn't go down until kind of not too off for what this says in 2025. About 8:30ish is when the sun went behind those trees. And then that sunset kicks in and it is gorgeous. Seating's great. Don't be afraid to splurge from some seats, but it seems like everyone who sat in the grassy area had a great time too, but a great show. Couple audio issues where the whole thing clunked out and you could only hear the artist monitors. And I was like, are we working off of one cord here, guys? Did someone forget to Amazon a new fucking XLR cord? Let's not forget that. And then I saw this pigeon. One of the most beautiful things, but I felt bad for the pigeon. It couldn't land anywhere. It seemed agitated, but they've got land. It was just one pigeon. He was freaking out during the set. Anyway, it was a total nightmare. Speaking of total nightmare, he is not a nightmare to me. He's a dream come true. The Podfather himself, coming from the east side of this wonderful Salt Lake City. Clayton, are you with me, baby?
Nice. Is it just you and me?
Oh, it's just a nice, intimate night here, brother.
So we can be raw tonight. All right, let's go.
20 minutes vamping.
You've been vamping for 20?
20 minutes vamping, brother.
Amazing.
Gone through so many things.
I can't wait to replay the video.
Oh, it'll be a treat for you and I, my friend, forever. Speaking of treat, you're here. My special little treat. I just got a little cookie. Got a little tasty treat. My boy Clayton. Clayton, how are you this evening?
I'm good.
That seems okay. All right.
No, I mean, life's a trip. I think last time we did this show 6 days ago, it was funky. I don't know why I know why Bradford might be unpredictable tonight, but where's everybody? Where are all the other potheads? What the hell's going on?
They'll come in. And by the way, Clay, I've been thinking about that, and I love them. I love them to death. I think we go back we pull the reins back a little bit and say, hey, old Polyester Blend, you guys would show up like hour in or so. And I think,
throwing down structure,
because it'll give them time to hear what we say and have response to it, get into the rhythm, let us get through some of these major things without Gurky freaking about the prices of tall boys at 7-Eleven. Like, we need to stamp that, just let him ease into it. Let him.
Jerry Matthews going on a 45-minute monologue about silent movies.
Do you see what we have stuff to get to? We'll get to that, but we got to get to what we want to get to.
The thing about I love Jeremy, and friend of the show.
Our Husky boys, they are the show. They are what we do.
Yeah, without this, we would be the world would be kicking our ass.
It's totally kicking our ass. More to get onto that here tonight. But Clay, the Sandy Amphitheater, have you been to a show there, my friend? I was just talking about the Sandy Amphitheater.
No, I've had Ween was probably the closest I got.
I didn't realize they
those words, Sandy and amphitheater together, have always kept me out of it. I've been to one or two shows at the West Valley Amphitheater, whatever that's called these days.
Yes, I have not been to that one. I do. Oh, wait. Are you talking about the USANA one that's now something else? Are you
it's called
Utah
Mountain America.
I think it's Utah First Credit Union or something now.
It's the same thing. Credit where credit's due. I don't even go to Red Butte. I should have gone to Human League. I'm getting older and less motivated.
I'm so glad so glad you said that, because Steph and I made a pact where if we see an artist that we're even remotely interested in, but they're old, we're like, we got to go because they're going to die. And you know what that I cannot believe, Clay, do you know what I'm going to see this Friday, which is an unfortunate connection to Juneteenth because this ain't a Juneteenth show. I didn't plan this. This is the way it is. At Utah Security, whatever, USANA, do you know who I will be? I will give you so much credit. I was going to say $1 million, but I ain't got $1 million. I will get, if you guess who I'm seeing this Friday at USANA.
Can you give me
think white, think old, major.
That's my wheelhouse, but
Oh, sorry. I opened up everything you listened to. Major popularity was 70s and 80s. Wasn't a band, then became solo.
If it's not Michael McDonald, I don't know what you're talking about.
Great guess. But my friend,
I feel like you would have told me if it was Michael McDonald. Is it like what? Simply Red? Rod Stewart? Oh, yeah. I mean, he's 81? Jesus.
Yeah, we got tickets for like $30. And I love the song Young Turks. I think is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, his catalog is quite deep.
Right. We get some Faces songs in there.
I mean, Faces was a great band.
Great band. He's got some hits.
Rod just turned into like kind of like a sex symbol. So he's not taking. It's like, yeah, he wasn't taken seriously. With the really stuck up artists, right? Like.
He hasn't there wasn't ever a pitchfork in 2010 that's like, is it time to rethink Rod Stewart? I don't think there was ever like the coolness crowd never was like, it's time to rethink, because he hasn't really. I mean, look at the jacket. I mean, he's got the fun hair. I mean, that hair.
I mean,
like
there's an interesting thing with art and critics, like, if you look at some of the Phil Collins, especially later in his life, like the interviews that he's had, he's like, I'm this close to Talking Heads.
Oh, Phil, is that something Phil said?
Yeah. He's like, I am so jealous.
Wow.
Of David Byrne, because I'm this close. I'm that obsessed with great tight music. I'm that much of a music nerd. But like the fact that I was,
I've never heard
super
that.
Successful. Yeah, you can Google it. I mean, him expressing his jealousy, like the difference between like massive success and being respected by critics, right? Like,
right, because Phil was way bigger than the Talking Heads, and the Talking Heads were huge. Don't get me wrong, but like, Phil was huge. And but like Phil being like upset about that, because it's that classic thing. It was like, Phil, you've got money for generations. Your families. Everyone's cool. Mm-hmm. Everyone's good, brother. You had nothing but fame, nothing but.
Right.
But
like top of the top.
No one's running around like the cool kids aren't like. I'm a Phil Collins guy. Like he kind of means a lot to me.
I mean, I am.
Now, I will say, Clay, in the last 4 years, no longer than that, probably last 6 years, it was road tripping or something. I put on a Phil Collins and I was like, am I a big Phil Collins fan?
I mean, Genesis. I mean, it's like Faces and Rod Stewart. Even No Jacket Required is a great record. It's a great 80s record. The production is insane.
Well, and that he's
also a drummer. So
well, that's the thing. Is like the thing that really latched onto what he said about that is like Burns, though he isn't a drummer, like his percussion and his beats. Mm-hmm. I think Phil's onto something there. Phil's honest.
I think what Phil was saying is he's as much of a perfectionist as David Byrne, as much of a music nerd as David Byrne, but because he was so successful, he was looked at as kind of a clown.
And also, but I mean, but I'll just say, I love you, Phil. I'm probably more personality like you, Phil, than I am David Byrne. But like, it's called a spade here. I mean, you're kind of are a clown. I don't know what to tell you. Like, but you are amazing. Let's be clear. You are I so respect. There's been a thing for Polyester Blend that I'm going to do at some point that I have a song that we're going to use because I listen to it over and over and over because I think he's fantastic. And
did Phil Collins write a song about the New York Knicks?
But like, we'll get into that here tonight. This music theme here tonight: New York Knicks and Carolina.
I really like my first pick. I'm just going to tell you straight up. I really like my first pick. Man, it is good. It's a double hitter. It's Carolina and the Knicks. Or it's Carolina and New York. Carolina and New York, and it's one of those songs that I had never heard of until I started doing my research for this show, which is my favorite thing to do, is to find a diamond in the rough.
I'm so proud of you. First of all, you were the one who threw out New York Knicks songs or songs that mention New York Knicks, and I was like,
well, I didn't want. Here's my philosophy, but here's my philosophy behind our theme tonight. The Knicks won and Carolina won, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't think we could do songs about New York. I think that's insane. That would just be like, there's a million songs about New York. So I wanted to specifically make it about like a song where New York Knicks were mentioned, because there's, especially, I mean, if in rap, there's a million of those already.
Yep.
And then Carolina, there's a whole tradition about, in Southern music talking about Carolina. Apart from James Taylor or some bullshit country artist, you can deep dive and find plenty of material. So, I mean, it's kind of fun that both of these champions also have a music connection.
And I want to talk more about both of these.
Even though we did, I mean, Knicks, I wanted to win. It's too bad LVGK can't get their shit.
We'll talk about that in Clayton Sports Roundup here tonight. Clayton Sports Roundup. Clay, I'd be remiss though if before we go further. I did get the basketball shot in, by the way. Got the basketball shot in. So we're gonna have a great show. Already having a great show. Don't forget to check us out on the YouTube chat if you want to say something to us. The Zoom link is also there. Feel free to join in there and join us on Instagram if you want to know more stuff. Clay, we've been doing a thing for a while where we switch between of the weeks, right? Clay, we switch between of the weeks. This week, Clay, it's perfect that it's just you and I, because you're the one who really could do some damage on this one. We're going back to Utah mountains. It's mountain range, mountains of the week, Clay. Utah mountains, mountain range of the week. So are you ready for this week's edition of Utah mountain or mountain range of the week?
I mean, I was born to do this.
Clay, here is the mountains of the week.
I was born to cheat at this. I'm kidding.
Clay, you can see a little bit. Say, Clay, name out what you're seeing. It's kind of the limp dick is what you see how it's like a dick against a ball sack. That's the range I'm talking about.
If this is a Rorschach test, that's what you're seeing. I don't know what you're seeing. I don't know
There's
what
a
you're
little
talking
tip
about.
down there. Look at the tip down there on the very edge, and then it's to the ball.
Hold on. Rudy. Jesus Christ.
Rudy.
Okay, well, hold on here. Wyoming making a thing. We're coming down. Obviously, this is northeastern Utah.
Oh.
But this is an obscure range.
When it comes to Wikipedia, so the whole list of mountains, it is red. It does not have its own page. It does not have its own page.
Yeah. So basically, you're screwing me here, dude.
I am. For sure. With the dick that's limp. I mean, it's going to get hard, and then
I still don't see what you're talking about. Well, I can't win this without cheating, so I will delegate. I firmly believe that no one else in the Polyester Brand crew could win this without cheating.
I always think, my friend.
I literally have spent way too much of my life staring at a Utah map, and this is not. All I could say is Monte Cristo, and I know that's wrong.
Yeah. Clay, this is extremely hard. I never knew this. I just was working on Utah City's quiz and noticed it in the general area. So that is why I chose it.
Is there a CQ tonight?
We got a Utah City's quiz coming up here later on tonight. We've got Archosaur.
Well, unless it's going to be a schizophrenic quiz, we need more people.
That's true. You could just win by default, where I just go, Ryan, answer, and just time him out. He just loses by not answering.
Unlike other people on the show, I don't like to cheat. So,
we love to hear it.
And so it's not Monte Cristo?
It is not Monte Cristo. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to play this.
That was the best I got.
I'm sorry.
Look at that artificial irrigation there, though. Wow.
Right, my friend. I believe
Sage Creek Junction. Jesus, right? that is the upper reaches.
I know.
That is the upper reaches.
It's deep. Clay. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, just like Rod Stewart's name.
Buddy, I'm going to ask you this question before we move on. Were you ever a broken social scene man?
I really, obviously, admired them. I have admired them. Have listened to many of their records. Saw them. I think that was 15 years ago.
They were here, right? Yeah, they came. I was there too.
They played a Twilight concert series.
Yes, that's what it is. They played Twilight.
They played a Twilight concert series, and they all went back to Urban Lounge.
Yes,
for a dance party, and we were all there doing drugs and getting drunk.
Clay, I had a school night, so I went to the show, but I don't know about this drugs and alcohol business that you're talking
When
about.
I say we were all there doing drugs and getting drunk, I meant the proverbial.
Thank you for saying that. But Clay, get the fuck. Okay, all right. I'm doing a show, Wiki. I don't get the fuck out of here. So here's the deal, Clay. These first several albums.
I mean, they were like the Jamie Gaudette band of choice, Carousel.
Who did I go to the show with?
Oh, I bet she was there.
No, Steph and I and Jamie all drove out from Rose Park together.
Nice. Was Charles in the house?
Charles was not. He was taking care of the sweet boy, their sweet
Nice.
boy. But anyway, Clay, very special band. Like, for instance, like when I was the first time I lived outside the state of Utah, I was in the Bay Area. I was living in Mountain View and working in Palo Alto. I think I brought this up at a Caribbean restaurant where I would make jerk chicken and smelled like jerk
How
chicken.
long did you do that for? Like 4 minutes?
4 months is what it really was. 4 months. But when I was
The
there,
first, I've known you for like
I know.
15, 20 years. This is the first time you've ever brought up that you had a heartbeat outside of the state. But okay.
I know it was the one summer. I think it was 2006. I think it was the summer of 2006. I lived
So
out
you were 5 years old.
I turned 21 while I was working at this place. I'll never forget the night before I turned 21. I go to a bar for everyone to celebrate. Like, midnight, we're gonna give him a drink and all that stuff. I had used for the last 3 years a statute of limitation. I think it's been 20 years. Am I gonna get arrested for this? I had an ID. It might not have been mine. Let's just say someone had an ID that was from Connecticut that I was used to get into bars and buying alcohol. And
I turned 21 at Twilight and literally ripped the fake laminate off my fake ID and showed my ID right in front of the bartender.
So Clay,
Those were different times.
I had 2 good years with this sucker, and the same thing, laminate. By that night, I'll never forget. I'm turning 21 that night, but I'm trying to get in at like 10 p.m. before my birthday. And the guy, the bouncer, takes my ID, grabs the corner, and just rips it in half and drops it. And all my friends are 21 of them, so they go to the bar. There's a coffee shop next door, so I just sit.
He probably just wanted to be a cop.
Oh, he's totally. So anyway, I turned 21. It was actually a really fun 21st birthday because the next day I had a drink in California, and then I flew right to Salt Lake to party with all my friends. It was a wonderful 21st. Anyway, Broken Social Scene. I'm listening to all these albums. This is the heyday. They're just right in the pocket, and listening to these albums. But I'll never forget. I had this beautiful night leaving the Bay Area on the BART train. The train has the tinted windows, so it was just the stars and the lights. It was really just the lights of the buildings. And I'm listening to Broken Social Scene on a cassette. I mean, it would have been a CD player. And just had those moments, Clay, where I'm in San Francisco, I'm an adult, I'm growing. I don't know. It's just a very poignant moment in my life. Broken Social Scene was.
Yeah, you probably felt old as shit.
Yes, I was like, look at me.
I'm old.
I'm on public
I'm an
transit.
adult.
Yes. Anyway, so very important band to me, and
But you were a baby.
I was 21. Then I come back years later. We see them. They're great. I hadn't seen them forever, and they pop up. I'm like, I gotta go to the show, and I go. And Clay, let me just say, go see them. Anyone who wants to see, because they do a perfect meld of sweet and like touching to then
Feist up in there? Was Feist up in there?
No, it's a different female singer this time.
Okay.
But the anthems of a 17-year-old, one of their most popular song.
Yeah.
I thought I was seeing Broken Social Scene. They were actually opening up for Metric, who I never really got into. Dancey Punk, which I love. But
people really like the Metric.
Dude, that's why they were there. They were waiting for them. But Broken Social Scene was an afterthought. But anthems of a 17-year-old girl. Do you know that song at all, Clay? It's one of the.
It's up there in their top 5.
The woman who sang on that is the lead singer from the Metric. So she came out. Okay. Did that song, and it was beautiful. It was really, really, really good. Anyway, see Broken Social Scene.
Broken Social Scene and New Pornographers, they were the Canadian, ensemble bands of the early 2000s.
Well, and that's Jamie and Steph and I were all talking about this because we were like, oh, what a great time and music this Canadian. And it was like, yeah, because you know why? the Canadian government would give them a little bit of money. You know what I mean? Like that was the thing. And like, oh, what a concept.
That's how you could prop up a giant like ensemble like that.
Yeah, we'll make a scene. Like we'll pay artists to, hey, at least a little bit to keep going, you know? So,
well, you and I both know that like that's sure might be Canadian values, but I'm more of a UFC guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I need my tax dollars to go to cage matches.
Yeah, I need nothing funnier than like, it's for America if you have Paramount Plus.
Is that where it was located? Is that where it was?
Only place you can watch.
I literally do not know one person that watched the UFC White House thing. I was explaining it to Liz, and I was like, to my knowledge, I don't know one person that watched this.
Yeah. No.
But also, like, I was invited to a UFC party once by somebody, and I was like, what is this, like, late stage Julius Caesar? Like,
I know, right? What, so the blood, like
blood sport? Like, we're into blood sport now?
I'm a very, in a weird, I don't think it's that weird. If people from the outside might look at it, I'm a hockey fan, and I grew up with fighting and hockey being prominent. It still exists. So people might be like, oh, you like fighting and hockey, but you don't like UFC. It's like, well, UFC is like torturing each other until you're dead. Fighting and hockey is kind of like two emotional people having to fight out their anger, and they're gonna punch, but they're not gonna like submit. Nuance there. I can understand people being like, you know, it's not that far off, dude. But you know, I feel like there's a little difference. You know what's a little different? The air I'm breathing. Because the air I'm breathing involves Jeremy Matthews, one of the greats.
Nice.
Jeremy, the chat master. You're biking. Are you able to talk?
Okay. Yeah.
Where are you coming? Where are you going, baby?
I was just at Sugar House Station after.
You were out at Rio Tinto. No, it's not Rio Tinto.
Yeah, I was partying with the Bosnians.
So good.
Had a great time. Saw Danny.
No, well, Jeremy, can you explain? Because I got word through my work, which I will not disclose what I do ever. But it turned out that the Bosnians they chose, or Salt Lake was selected for them as their World Cup home base. How does that work? Can you explain that? Do you know?
So, yeah, part of it's, you know, especially when there are 3 host countries that are all quite large. It's not like, you know, a city hosting the Olympics and, you know, maybe there were 3 bases in the last Winter Olympics because they had stuff up in the mountains. But the players basically kind of need a base to train when they're not at the venue city. And at one point it was saying no one was going to pick us, but then Bosnia picked us. Danny was saying he heard Wales was going to pick us, but Wales did not end up qualifying for the tournament. So basically, and South Korea came in to train at altitude earlier for a bit because I think they had some problems with their Mexico hosts, but yeah, Bosnia, we are their training base for the whole tournament. But today was the only open training where fans could come watch and cheer on the team a little. And there were, you know, it wasn't like a packed stadium like for a game, but there were a lot of Bosnia fans decked out in their jerseys, enjoying
it's super sight.
The atmosphere.
Your favorite team playing in front of you, even if it's just practice, you're fucking pumped.
Yeah,
right?
And they had, you know, they were all wearing their jerseys. We talked to my friend Joe and I, Danny had already left, talked to a couple who was sitting next to us, and the woman was saying that her, I think, boyfriend, maybe husband, whatever it was. I didn't take notes because I wasn't planning on reporting.
Some reporting you're doing.
He moved out here like during the war. His family were refugees and moved out to Salt Lake. So they were, you know, it was kind of a chance to go see the team and support them. lot of Dzeko jerseys, who's kind of their most famous player. He's like 40 now, but he's still on the squad. There were other jerseys too, but he definitely outnumbered the rest, probably like 3-1, 4-1. But yeah, they brought the world's biggest coffee pot with them.
Right.
Certified by the Guinness Book of World Records. And don't let producer Rob try to tell you any bullshit about that not being the world's biggest coffee pot, okay?
Okay, but I am seeing a much bigger coffee pot. But that's okay. That's okay.
So is it a functional coffee pot, though?
It does look like a building. It looks
like a fucking house shaped like a coffee pot. They were pouring coffee. No, the coffee did not taste good. It was bad coffee, but
it's just, there's a lot of water.
It was clearly functioning as a coffee pot. So that's my point.
Right. No, good point. And I saw that. And now it does look like it's Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Yes, the Herzegovina. Bosnia and Herzegovina is the full name of the country.
Right.
I was at one point we contemplated asking some of them what part was Bosnia, what part was Herzegovina, but maybe we should just look that up on Wikipedia rather than it could be a subject of conflict. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
I feel like usually when countries name it like two things, that means that it's a little less hostile than like
right
of empire.
No,
but I don't know enough about the history of the regions. So,
well, I will just say months ago, this is well before the World Cup, I got a call for whatever I do. But the person was like, we're looking for parking for the Bosnian national soccer team. So remember, I'm not thinking World Cup. I'm just hearing someone say, I'm looking for parking for the Bosnian national soccer team. And I can help you out. And I was like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm placing, what I do is help place all these teams. And I was like, that's a very interesting job, Jeremy, where you're in charge of calling all these cities to get all the accommodations for every team. You know what I mean? She's like, I've called 127 different cities. I mean, like, the logistics of this World Cup is fucking crazy.
Especially, there are more teams in this World Cup than there have ever been before. So last time the USA hosted, there were 24 teams. Back in '94,
right?
In recent ones, there have been 32. There are 48 teams in the tournament this year.
Can we just say that Jeremy's angle looks like he's like the Grim Reaper biking through a full moon,
tapping on people's shoulders,
assassinate people who don't like soccer.
I think I can see like the Milky Way above me when I look down.
There's a couple planets you can see. Rob will tell us. God knows. Well, Jeremy, as you bike, we're going to talk more about the World Cup in here in a minute.
So how fucked am I? Because Cabo Verde tied
Hold on,
Spain.
we'll talk about the World Cup. Let's
Fine.
get before we get to
You're less fucked, but we'll talk about it later. I do want to say, though, just because Schlegel brought it up, my friend had pulled up, like, the list of, like, every national team's practice spot. Like, because each team has a different kind of area where they're using the facilities. So, yeah, I bet that lady you talked to did a lot of work on that.
We'll talk about it more, because I was confused, because I'm like, well, why don't you just be closer to where they play? But I guess it's logistically easier for them to fly to a whole other state because they need a field. Everyone needs their own field. Anyway, it's crazy, the logistics. Speaking of logistics, what's going on in the state of Utah, how we do this is a segment we all love. It's called Point of Order. We got a bunch to go through here. Point of Order. Everyone, we go through hyper local news. I want to go through this because I got a bunch in the docket. Clay, I didn't see, where did you put your link? I didn't see it in the
The link of
where did you put your
order? Like I miss it was.
But can you bring it down to the point? Put it in the point of order list. There's some.
It wasn't a point of order. It was more of a sports.
Okay, well we can get to it in a second. Anyway, Kai, I just want to go through some things because I was just astonished. There's a lot going on this week, and I wanted to get to this. The first is this series. Clay, this isn't the only one. The downtown.
I can't. It's an epidemic that I think we're just now we're at a tipping point.
That's what I wanted to get to, because just today alone, I saw 3 different articles discussing local businesses that have been around, some for a very long time, like the Fish Market Street Grill. This is one of my. I never go there. I mean. I guess that's why
you never go there.
I mean, when's the last time you went to Market Street? You know what I mean? Like, when's the last time you went?
2001, 2021, maybe.
It's one of my favorite restaurants. What went wrong? I haven't been there since
forever.
I was in high school.
You know what those things where you take for granted? Because I remember going there and again
it'll always
feeling
be
like
there.
feeling adult, being like, "Wow, this is so cool and old and all that." But like,
Boy, it looked cool, it sounded cool, and back in the day, it was
a place
to be seen.
Yes.
And I feel like it was a place to be seen before. I mean, I guess there's other cool restaurants in Salt Lake City, but here's the problem. I mean, I'm almost 50. I don't like go to restaurants and bars at the rate that I used to. And I'm not trying as hard as I used to. That's a cool building. It's a cool street. It's a cool mid-block street. And I have a deep respect for the amount of cocaine that's been done in the basement there.
So much cocaine. But like the inside is actually a really beautiful inside. I mean, it was.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine another tenant will go in there and open something that's maybe more current. Speaking of current, undercurrent closed.
Yes, undercurrent went away.
Ramen closed.
Well, I was going to get to the ramen place, the Yoko Ramen.
All right, I mean, we got like one hit,
and then the other
Craft by Proper,
and that's the next. And literally, Jeremy, that was the next on my list is Craft, because why I wanted to end on this is like, whoa, all these other ones are closing, but Craft, though I care about all the other ones, Craft. I did bingo there, guys. Like I had.
Yeah, I know. I went to several bingos there.
It was and it's like it's not as important as juniors, of course, but Clay, that idea of these buildings that I spent a lot of time in, had a lot of memories, and I can't go there to experience them again. They're gone.
Let me throw this concept out here,
please.
I think Sugar House, Main Street. Now that I haven't been appointed to the Salt Lake City Council, I can
let it rip, baby.
Let her rip. We haven't made the investments necessary in like livable spaces, like Sugar House. Like that should be like more. I mean, when I was at Salt Lake City, we made the Sugar House Plaza. We haven't done anything since. That's a really challenging place to do business. Main Street, we've been arguing for 20 years what to do with Main Street to make it more livable. All we've had is fires and businesses closing. Like to make that more of an interesting, walkable, less cars place, people have been too chicken shit to do it. And so like we're paying the piper now. That's what I think.
Here's what I keep thinking about is that yes, Sugar House has become the mammoth it is, and it's all that. And then what's also
it's a mammoth. It's like who's being successful in Sugar House.
Well, there's a lot of people. I mean, it's right there. I mean, I don't know. Again, I can't speak to Sugar House. I never fucking go there.
It looks like Chick-fil-A is.
It's a mammoth shopping center now.
There you go, Jeremy.
Like think about what it was when
I was
we were kids. It was like it was a neighborhood with a bunch of cool like indie spots, and it was not like this giant like Chick-fil-A, Whole Foods shopping center.
Well, and the thing I was just about to say, because you're absolutely right, you guys. But is this not what's about to happen to North? Wow, look at that. That's like old school. But North Temple, isn't this going to look? Isn't Clay? Isn't this?
The Power District will be a whole nother thing. The Power District might be the most transformative project, but that might be more like 5 to 10 years. That might even be post Olympics. I mean,
well, it's going to be done in the next 5 years. I thought. At least.
I mean, here's the headwinds we are facing. Like, I look at like what was happening pre-Olympics in Salt Lake. The Salt House is going to close for 3 years.
Oh, I'm well aware.
I mean, that will fuck restaurants up. Like we're just starting to see the beginning.
Well,
What that will do to the Gateway, I have no clue. We built a convention center hotel. Well, how does that even square financially? I do not know. Like the financial pain going up to 2034 for Salt Lake City is something I can't even comprehend. And we're just starting to see the beginning. I know that things close and cities change and restaurants there's very thin margins, but like Yoko was good. Yoko had people there all the time. Those fries were going to give you a heart attack, but they were good. So,
well,
what's happening?
Well, I mean, again, I would love to bring on people who live in District 4 besides you, which I know you live, but like, who else lives in D4? I mean, I see all the people I know are moving out where I am because that's where you can afford. Like even Sugar House, who lives out there anymore, youth wise? It does seem like, of course, there's shit going on because we know every night when you go to downtown Salt Lake City, there's shit going on. You know this, Clay, but they don't live there. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. I would love to understand that demographic. By the way, Clay, I'm telling you right now, do this fucking head trip. Do Sugarmont Drive and just like see how weird the image is. Oh, it's not doing it anymore. It's like I'm trying to do like the Wizard of Oz thing where it's like you were there and I was there, but look at this. How it like changes to a whole like
it's grand furniture. Yeah, I worked on that project. And
then wait, it's the pit. Yeah. And then you go over here and
I worked on those planter boxes.
Oh, Clay,
now the next thing is they're gonna tear down the fire station and all that stuff. And
and that's coming. This town is changing. We've talked about it. Go back and forth. Downtown, I know what you're saying about the 3 years. 100%. But guess what's also happening next year, Clay? You know this. 7 million people coming to Salt Lake City for the grand opening.
Yeah, but they're just gonna buy Wonder Bread and stay with their cousins.
We'll see.
They're gonna buy Wonder Bread and stay with their cousins. You think those people are gonna spend money? Come on, man.
I bet they'll stop at the McDonald's. Maybe they'll even go something.
We'll see. Anyway, it is just crazy, just scary that many things closing. Speaking of scary,
I mean, it's time to invest in Grindr.
The app for meeting gentlemen.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You heard it here first.
Maybe. Sorry, was that too edgy of a joke?
No, you're doing great. You're doing great. People, speaking of scary,
whatever, man.
Speaking of scary, it's just beginning, everyone. It's just beginning. LA. I mean, that was horrible what happened there, but like, just the tinderbox we're in, Clay. Just the tinderbox we are in.
Nothing to see here.
Just another fire right on the side. I mean,
every time the wind kicks up anywhere around Utah in June, which really makes me nervous in August, but I think the nervousness is starting now.
Yeah, it just we're just. I'm just so afraid. Just like
I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, we're talking the Great Salt Lake. We're talking the entire Colorado River system. I am not a doomsday dude, but we need help, man.
You know who came here to help us? He just got done buying 2.
We're draining Flaming Gorge. That was our insurance policy.
He just came. He got himself 2 tall boys from the 7-Eleven down the street. He is going to give us some hope, some dreams. He's going to
7-Eleven.
Girk, are you muted? But we love to see it, Girk. How are you, baby?
I'm doing. We got 2 tall boys from the Mohawk and a couple bean burritos from.
Girk, how's your evening going so far, my friend?
Yeah, it's going all right. Watched a really weird movie. We'll talk about it.
Can't wait for that.
Forrest Gump.
Can't wait for that.
It's so weird. How did that guy keep showing up in all those places?
Can you guys explain?
Forrest Gump. He was like compromised, but he was like playing ping pong in front of Nixon.
We definitely covered this when it first was brought up years ago. I know we talked about this, but now it seems official. Clay, can you explain this? University of Utah enters new era, finalizes private equity deal for athletics?
No, I can't explain it, but I can say it makes me full of pride and optimism for the future of collegiate sports.
The first college to do this, I believe. Girk, do you know much about this? Or
once again, I'm sure that'll be an amazing outcome for sports.
We are the first to do it, and the thing that makes me nervous about it is like, if this was a really good deal for the universities, wouldn't like Alabama,
Right, the big
like
ones,
the big schools like Stanford would have been all over this, and so
No, but they don't need to do that. They don't need to do that.
well, but why wouldn't they? And why wouldn't the private equity firms? And I guess that maybe the private equity firms went to them and then like just worked their way down the list till they got to Utah.
the chumps that would let it happen.
Hell yeah, let's get some of that.
Proof of concept. Like, we're gonna bleed them dry.
I mean, okay, it might come that it for a mid-grade athletic program, a high mid-grade athletic program, this actually might let them compete.
Well, yeah. Can you
with in the NIL?
Gurky,
in the
can
NIL
you give
atmosphere?
Can you give the quickest explanation of what this means, if you're able?
I mean, I don't fully understand it, except for this venture capital firm basically is putting money into the university's athletic
But they're
program,
expecting payout.
and then taking a percentage of it back at the
But where does that money come out of?
Yeah, but the athletes get profit, and now the other people expect profit if they put the money up.
Are we talking ads?
What I understand, Schleg, is that it increases the borrowing and giving power of the organization based on attaching yourself to it's a public-private partnership. Like, the university doesn't want to be leveraged like through the gills for these athletes, so it's saying like, you take risk, you provide capital, we give money. The unintended consequences, like 10 years from now, college sports will be unrecognizable.
Well, can they sell off Utah? Like, can they sell off the Utah to make some money?
They can't sell off Utah, although they might. I haven't seen the contract, but they might be able to, like, sell risk to other people.
What if they default?
I have no clue.
What if they default? What if they go bankrupt? Or, like, do we close up
that's
shop?
up to the attorneys. That's up to the attorneys to talk about. I'm just saying the basic thing is when you're giving in capitalism, when you're taking risk, and you can entertain investors, your giving capacity increases when you have investors. So this is Utah saying we want to compete with the Alabamas. We want to compete with the big boys, so we're going to bring this firm on. I don't have any faith on it not turning into a complete shit show. I mean, someone correct me if I'm wrong.
Anything else, Kirk, before I move on to the next? It just stinks. I mean, did I do enough? I was trying to get all the things for the show, and I forgot to add this one. I forgot to read this article. Anything else?
I mean, today I was watching 20 sportscasters saying Jalen Brunson's contract with New York was the worst thing of all time, and they were proven wrong. So I could be proven wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we don't know how it's going to work, right, or if it'll work, and if if it blows up, how it will blow up, because nobody's tried it before. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I also think Clayton hit on something that, like, Utah needs, if they're going to compete in the age of NIL and paying athletes. We don't really have the fan base with the deep pockets that I don't know that the Huntsmans or the Eccles are really going to keep us afloat against tech billionaires, so.
Well, and should we not be proud, Gurky? We were a part of the internet at the beginning. The sequence,
the Jarvik,
the sequencing of the human genome. We were there. We were there for Utah enters new era of
cold fusion.
Enters new private equity deals for athletics. We are the future, Utah. Oh, it's a shit world.
I mean, at some point, shouldn't they just like separate college athletics from college and just
100%
and make it just a legitimate minor league sport?
So, you know what's funny, Gurky, is that what happens for hockey in Canada? There is no they have the Ontario Hockey League, the Western Hockey League, the Quebec Hockey League. Kids don't go to college to play hockey; they go to a pro team, even though they're kids, and it is for money. That is what Canada's done for the junior hockey leagues. Now, there is a new thing where some of the Canadians they have a new agreement with colleges, so kids are like, well, I want to go get a fucking college degree, so they go to it. But Canadian junior hockey is this structure. The kids don't go to a college. they go to a pro team. And also, if I'm not wrong, Jeremy, isn't this kind of how soccer works at football worldwide? You go to a club, you don't go to a college for if you're going to be. Is Jeremy still here, Jeremy?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, so it is, even though it feels weird to us, actually it is kind of how it works otherwise. But to your point, Kirky, maybe that's just where we're going. I don't know. Weird stuff. Point of order. Last thing before we move on to our first music break, then we come back with Clayton Sports Roundup. Really sets up. But did you guys see this story about the base jumpers who died in Moab?
That went wrong sometime this morning. Andy Lewis's business partner and friend told me this was a terrible accident. And tonight I talked with people who recently base jumped with Lewis, who was.
So this guy, Andy Lewis, I see this story and I'm like, Andy Lewis, why do I know that?
You know about the Super Bowl.
So this is where I'm going. So I go to his website and they have their website where, I mean, this guy's done thousands and thousands of jumps and he's doing the tandem. And then I remember him from like 15 years ago. Producer Rob's not here, but we were just searching the internet, and one day we came upon this, which we were obsessed with.
It goes S to the L, A to the C, K to the L, I, F, E. That slack life is the only way to be, and the dirtbag living's only way you find me.
So before this guy ever got popular, he wrote a song called Slack Life Living, and we were obsessed with it. I'm like, there's a whole culture of this, of just slack life
living. It's S to the L, A to the C, K to the L, I.
And he turns out to be on Moab and all that stuff. And to your point, Clay, all of a sudden...
Weeks ago, my next guest wowed an international audience of millions with his incredible and unusual display of athleticism during Madonna's Super Bowl halftime show.
This guy is kind of one of our internet like one of Utah's sneaky.
He's up there with Backpack Boy. Wait, he's not. No.
But he's one of these sneaky, very big Utahns out there who has done a lot.
He never seemed like a guy that was gonna like prostitute him out for attention, but he did end up on the Super Bowl. Like he didn't try to be everywhere. Like he stayed a Moab base jumper, which is interesting.
He's one of those the river rats, or the jumper. Yeah. Like he's just like a dude who loved this stuff. He made songs about it, but like sneaky, very made it to the upper echelons of entertainment and world
performed
attention.
At the Super Bowl.
And I go to this page because look how many jumps he's done. This is second nature to this motherfucker. He is doing it time after time after time.
But you're still doing something that could potentially kill you.
Look how close every time they show this, and I know the camera's deceiving because it's a wide angle lens or it's a fish lens, so it looks.
His nickname was Sketchy Andy. I don't mean to like.
I know, and it's like
minimize that.
Remind us again what your nickname is.
Slay Clay.
Say it.
But I will just
say, it's not fucking Chili Bowl. That's not.
But it just is incredible. This guy has made a life for himself. Also $750. I mean, he's charging like $1,000. But like,
$750 can kill you every time you do it.
So sad. I mean, so sad. I'm not trying to make light. It just was like,
I mean,
it made me rethink a more one of the bigger Utahns than we talk about. You know what I mean? Like he's bigger than Utah in a lot of ways.
Was he doing tourist?
Yeah, it was a tandem.
That's why I'm showing these, because it was this. He was doing this. He was attached. The 55-year-old would be in front. He's behind them. Yeah. No word has come out if a wind gust happened or who knows what happened, But again, you do how many of these? There is the potential.
Thousands of these.
But there's a potential. And in mineral bottoms, Clay, which we've all pulled out. Sorry,
sure.
But we've all get out of it's Deso, right? Isn't that the end of Deso? Or
it's the end of Labyrinth. It's the end of Labyrinth.
But you're at the end of Labyrinth. We've all seen it, and it is.
It's where Gurkey finally takes a dump.
But anyway, just one of those things where people were not quite putting it together when he died that's who he was, but then to start to realize I mean, there's a doc coming. We're all going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. We all will.
Sure. I mean, I mean, anyone who is.
So
I mean,
there's still no one's taken down the website yet? That's still live?
I'm on the website right now. Yeah, that's what we're watching. I mean, but he has partners. I think this is just the footage.
They had Schlegel at Sketchy.
Well, and there were one of the videos I watched was a testimonial of all the people who've done it who now know that someone died, and they all said how important it was to them and how special it was. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, this dude brought joy to.
It's not going to end.
So many people.
No one's going to stop base jumping, but this is what can happen when you're doing an extreme sport. All right, we're going to save the rest of this till after the music break, and we'll do Clayton Sports Roundup, Archosaur Archives, Utah City's quiz. So glad.
Oh, we're gonna do a music break right now.
Yeah, we are, because you've got a song.
Nice. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to play.
Is it the Carolina Girls? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. So this song did not know about. I didn't. The theme was supposed to be songs that mention Knicks players, because you can't say songs that mention New York because that would be too many songs. And then the other one was songs that mention Carolina except James Taylor, because that's annoying. So I found this song today, and it had brought me so much joy. I'm so glad to bring it to the Polyester Blend. The description on YouTube was, if you've ever been to Myrtle Beach, you probably heard this song. I listened to it 5 times, and it brought me so much joy. Like, I had a shit-eating grin. I was like, this is Poly Blend right here.
Clayton, 1.3 million views. Kicking on. This is Carolina Girls.
You ever been to Myrtle Beach? You've heard General Johnson, the chairman of the board.
We'll be back in 3 minutes and 24 seconds for Clayton Sports Roundup and so much more. Thanks for being here, Polyester Blend.
I love the way you talk. You're so fine, girl, you one of a kind. Sweet Carolina girls. California girls are sexy, and New York girls are too. But Carolina girls got good looks and sweet personality too. Carolina girls.
Oh my God! Whoops, sorry, I had to. Oh,
So wait, do I get bonus points for having Carolina and New York in the same song?
So
Because California girls are sexy and so are New York girls, but Carolina girls are the best in the world.
I don't know if you get
That's-
bonus. You did try to set it up though. You were like, "This is the theme. It should go here tonight," and then you were dead on. So you were dead on. But anyway, people, what a pick, Clay! What a pick.
General Johnson, the chairman of the board.
I just want to
I think
shout
that-
out the line where he's like, and they have great personalities.
I mean, this.
Not just that they're hot, they also have great
I
personalities.
would also like to point out that this song was created before AI.
Okay, well, he's
I
giving.
mean, just the lyrics. You'd be like, "Come on, hey, write me a pop song that will play well in Myrtle Beach."
I love it so much,
That's
Clay.
where you
You
tell
know,
ChatGPT. But
Used to take effort to create slop like that.
you know what we're gonna love is we are going to do Clayton Sports Roundup and then go right into Archosaur Archive. So, producer Rob, be ready, people.
ooh, here we go.
It is time for a robust.
I mean, that song was a great cue up for
For
when
what
to start.
Clay, give it away. I mean, I think we all did. America all kind of fall in love with the Knicks run. I think it was fun to watch. I'm not a Knicks fan. I don't give a shit, but it felt fun to watch them win.
Here's the deal. The great pleasure in watching the Knicks win, other than the greatest city in the United States winning a championship in our lifetime.
Greatest city in America.
No, I mean, fucking love New York. I fucking love
I
New York,
love New
man.
York. I love New York. Don't get me wrong.
I think it's the best. I mean, there's competitors. There's competitors. San Francisco, New Orleans.
I would love to. We should.
Charleston, South Carolina. I mean, there's.
We should do an MVP vote style thing of like
Yeah, we could
all of
do-
us
we could
get
do
like
the-
the
yeah.
top three. Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, you talk about art.
City
You talk
city
about,
draft, U.S. city draft.
Oh, you.
I mean, New York City is my number one pick. But I'm just saying, like,
I think Bradford gets Santa Clara.
Here's the funniest part, Kirky. He will never know where to point it on a map of Utah. He will have no idea. Go ahead.
one of the greatest. Here's one of the greatest pleasures I get out of the New York Knicks.
Jeremy,
winning
Utah
the
City's
championship.
draft, by the way, really good. Okay, go on.
Yeah. Is the interview after interview after interview of experts saying that the Knicks signing Jalen Brunson from Dallas was a bullshit move.
He was
And
not a high
saying-
draft pick, though. He was not a high draft pick.
He was not a high draft pick, but he was, more importantly, the Knicks signed him as a free agent, and Stephen A. Jackson. I mean, like, Stephen A. Jackson, who is probably the most prominent sports critic in the NBA.
Soon to be president.
But on down, no. On down, everyone hated on it. Look, this is such a weak. I mean, you can upload clip after clip of people saying this is such a weak, and I just love it in the era of deep analytics, of experts, of blah blah blah, and just like a dude who's 6'2" who just fucking proved him wrong. I love that. I love that. That's the and he brought a championship to Spike Lee, John Turturro, and 12 million other people. Love that.
I got back after the Sandy Amphitheater show, but Broken Social Scene, and it was the great team of Charles Barkley, Shaq, who's the guy right next to the main guy who's quieter than the other two, doesn't speak as much. What is his name?
Are you talking about the guy from the Houston Rockets?
Yeah,
Kenny.
Kenny. But he said that the great thing is like, guys, think about this. This would be like the next time the Knicks win is like 2079.
He might be right.
Holy
Actually,
shit!
I mean,
a
the
beautiful
Spurs
way to
have a
put it.
greater chance of being a dynasty than the Knicks.
But it is just mind blowing to be like it was that long. Gerke, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, none of my teams have won a championship in my lifetime,
And they won't. And they won't.
except for Real Salt Lake.
Shut the
Gotta give
fuck
credit.
up.
Got to
Yeah.
give credit to RSL. It was exciting. I think that Game 4 was an all timer, an all time
Yes.
great.
Yes.
That was absolutely insane, and I was so glad I got to share that with you, Gurgi.
I can just watch that last.
The three of us were together. Everyone was
Jeremy, so glad to share that with you.
I took a nap and
that
watched
was
the end.
that was like a 30-year sports, like since Stockton hit that shot.
Yes.
That was number one sports moment for me. And I'm not even a huge Knicks fan, but like watching that, I was like, oh sure.
No, and I'll be honest, I wanted the Knicks to lose just because I wanted this to go 7. I thought it was a really good series, and I'll tell you, I am hopelessly down on the NBA as like an entertaining sport to watch by and large, but the playoffs were really fun.
Well, that's the conversation. Sorry,
Oh no, keep going.
Schlegel. This is the question that I have is, Robert, we talked about this over and over and over again during the regular season, how unacceptable. I'm sure some Utah Jazz tanking bias comes into it, but like how unacceptable it was to watch teams bullshitting their way through a regular season. Are the rule changes enough to make it plausible to have an entertaining 82-game regular season? Maybe. Like I said, my biases play into it because, the Jazz can't tank anymore. It's put up or shut up time. So we'll see.
Well, great segue, because Clay, I tried to set you up. Did you get the text images I sent you of the two athletic bumps I got today? Because did you see those? Because I'm going to read them real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't have them, but real quick, we moved to the Jazz because now we move into the draft. Now we move into free agency. And again, the Knicks thing, I had so fun watching that. It was amazing. It was a very, very special NBA. I thought the entire playoffs, and Clay, you kept saying it throughout the whole time.
It was actual basketball.
That's it. You kept saying it. You're like, this is basketball. This is basketball.
I don't know. I mean, like NHL, like I've watched a couple of NHL games, but is the contrast that insanely different?
It's just what happens in the playoffs is that dudes will finish every check, will push for every puck. It's not that it's that different. It's just that like you see them go, oh, you could actually go that extra level. Oh, you actually would push that guy over if he's just holding on to it.
But in the NBA, they actually will pull dudes.
What does that mean?
Like the Utah Jazz were fined $500,000 for just not playing healthy players.
No, the hockey they play everyone
in a game they won, by the way. But that's
I think I tried telling you guys when the first playoff round, the Utah Mammoth made the playoffs. It was amazing, but they had never played the playoffs, and they played the Vegas Golden Knights. And I tried telling everyone. You could see that the Mammoths are like, oh, they're going to hit me right there. Oh, they're going to push me over right there.
Yeah.
They're not used to this isn't just hold on to the puck, motherfucker. This is, you're going to get hit. You're going to get hurt.
It was much more physical than the games I'd watched before. But I also think that the difference in the NBA is guys were actually playing defense. My God, what a concept.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Clay, what I wanted to point out is before we move on, because now we move on to Utah.
The thing about the NBA is that everything is cyclical. I think that Stern tried to get away from the violence and the combative NBA of the 90s and move it to a Jordan, LeBron future where we just made money and made scoring the most important thing and not physicality. And so we've overcompensated. And then analytics and gambling changed the NBA. So what is the next move? That's what I want to know. But this year, the Knicks winning the championship, fucking awesome. Because that's all that matters. Because Brunson and Cat and all the guys there, it's like Detroit in 2009.
Yeah.
There is no ordained superstar. There is no. The only conspiracy theory you can find is that Adam Silver wanted the New York team to win so they can make money, and I do not believe that.
I don't believe that. I don't.
The other thing that's really interesting, and sorry, I know we're taking more time on this than you wanted to, but is like, I think for the last 10 years, there's been a different championship winner every year, which I don't think has ever happened. There's like no NBA dynasties.
Yeah, the same thing's happening. And by the way, you guys, I don't need to talk much about it, but the Carolina Hurricanes, you guys said it perfectly. There was no superstar. No superstar. Now, there's older superstars where Taylor Hall, who maybe should have gotten the MVP.
God, they just look good. They just look like a good hockey team.
You know what it is? It's that classic, like, structure. They all bought into it. It was amazing. But what I really wanted to...
It was like Florida. I mean, wasn't it defense?
Florida's a little different. They bought them way into it, but it was a little fiscality. I just love this team. The thing Florida did is they just burnt themselves out. This team grinded a way through. Really quickly, I want to get into this because I think now
I have one last bit of poetry for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Before. So both Spike Lee and Mayor Mondami are big Arsenal supporters.
Here it goes. Gonna make it soccer.
Rival.
Make it soccer.
Tottenham Hotspur. No. Hold on. This is good. Tottenham Hotspur, a.k.a. the Spurs. Arsenal beat them 4-1 both matches this season. So Spike Lee and Mondami got to beat the Spurs 4-1 3 times.
Nice.
Oh, fuck.
Breaking news is this. We got two things coming in because, again, Clay, what I've been trying to talk about is that now we move on to the wonderful, Knicks championship, amazing.
Did you throw up that picture of Spike Lee that I linked in the...
I did not.
Anyway,
And I love Spike Lee, all that stuff.
Fine.
But really quickly, we are now...
Spike Lee had a custom De La Soul fucking bucket hat that was dope. Anyway.
Badass.
It was dope.
Clay, I want to bring on Jeff. I want to bring on Nick soon because it's time to do. We've got the draft coming up for NBA. I want to hear what everyone thinks about the Jazz.
Yeah,
we've got the free agency, and then I wanted to show you this. I sent it earlier to get your thoughts on this because I got this dinged on my phone earlier. Number one. Sources: top prospect Darian Peterson has avoided.
Honestly, the hottest take is just scroll back down. That's more important. That's more important.
So did you guys see that?
I don't give a fuck about Darren Peterson.
Gurky, did you see this?
Those chips will fall.
Gurky, did you see this?
Yeah, I did. I assumed that meant that the first pick, who has the first pick again, is committed to taking
Washington.
You think his people are actually saying, like, that's an actual thing? Come on, dude. They're just saving face. Like, we didn't go to Utah because we don't want to go to Utah. We either want to be the first or the third. I mean, that's what his people are saying. I mean, it's the same thing as Ace Bailey, and it's the same thing as you go play in Utah, father of the Spurs guy. You know.
Also, I think to Clayton's point, losing Walker Kessler would be a pretty big blow. That guy's
it would be a pretty big blow, but it's in our court.
The guy's developed a lot, and I don't think he's like an all-star, but I think he's a guy you can put in the middle and expect him to hold his position. His rebounding's gotten a lot better. His foul shooting's gotten marginally better.
50-1. There's no way Walker Kessler will not be playing for us in October.
We'll see.
And I am willing to bet $1 Venmo. Robert Kirky.
What, guys? When's the draft? When is it happening?
In like a week.
Ah, shit. I wanted to get Nick. Maybe we do a free agency, or maybe after all this happens. I would love to get the state.
We could do a draft report.
Yeah,
in the next Polyester blend.
State of the Jazz, because I love talking to Nick and Gway. I know loves talking about it with all you guys. More on that.
You know what's funny? I saw Danny Ainge at a garden party in Provo last Monday. My girlfriend's nephew is going on a mission.
Oh boy!
And Charlie, me, and Liz drove down to Provo, which I have to alert the authorities when I go down there.
Right, I'm entering your territory. I'm entering your territory.
Ainge was there. Charlie was wearing a Utah Jazz shirt, and I was like, infiltrate. But I didn't talk to him. He looks really old, by the way.
He's
10 years younger than my dad,
Yeah,
but he looks really old.
He had a heart attack. People, the next
Ainge had a heart attack?
Oh yeah, he had a heart attack a couple years ago. People, just real quick, I wanted to bring up this: Carolina Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup. Just to button this all up, I'm sorry, Clay. Vegas was injured. They're done, and Carolina just kept moving and moving. They brought in their backup goalie.
Does Vegas have a chance going forward or no?
Great question. They always make the moves, but they might be out of moves because Stone's 34, Carlson's 30. They might be out of moves, but they always spend the money, all that. Carolina, a team always been knocking on the door. Great hockey. They play great hockey. I'm so happy.
My dad texted me and said the Mammoth have a brighter future.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Mammoth are the team.
Well, this is why.
And I believe him. I mean,
before we move on, can we get just what happened today? What on earth was happening today in World Cup, Jeremy? Four ties.
Hold on.
It is the first time. Oh, I think Schlegel wanted to
Guys,
wait.
can you just hold on for one fucking second?
Let Schlegel
I'm just trying to I pace it all out.
Well,
There's a reason I pace it all out.
You know, when Bradford isn't here, there's an opportunity. We could have a 7-hour
We can.
sports roundup.
Can we do?
Oops, all sports roundup.
We do hockey, and then
It's just a sports
and then
show.
it goes,
hockey talk?
and then it goes right into fucking World Cup. It goes right into World Cup. So
Well, I need a cities grids pretty quick. Otherwise, Clayton's got to go to bed.
do you see this, guys? Do you see what I'm dealing with? You guys get mad like I want to talk.
Ready to play. Ready to play.
He just said we could have a 7-hour sports roundup, and he's like, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, and by the way, he throws that away.
It was all hypothetical.
What I wanted to do real quick is that you bring up the Utah Mammoth are about to enter this world of, yes, I think we are going to be very, very good. But this happened in.
I mean, we're like the sport. We're the Spurs. We're young, talented, and we got the talent locked up for a long time.
This happened in my life.
No shit.
My team, I lived my whole life loving, who is my team, the Detroit Red Wings, their captain, who I was just last year going, I respect this man because he's.
Why do you have to bring this kind of darkness on us?
Because here's what's fucked up about the world of you had a team you love, then your hometown gets a team, and then people start tying the guy who's breaking your heart in Detroit coming to your team, where it's like your ex-girlfriend is in front of you for 80, for all the games next year, where there are ties to Larkin maybe coming to Utah with trade picks going, which I don't want that motherfucker there. Will I find a way? Of course. But this is the worst case scenario of the guy who turned his back on my favorite team coming to my heart team, which is the Utah Mammoth. People, it's like, Jeremy, Arsenal in the weird world of British soccer would open a team in Salt Lake, and the guy who is in Arsenal is like, fuck Arsenal, I'm going to Salt Lake. And you're like, but you fucked Arsenal, but now you're here. I'm supposed to love you and I hate you. Be careful what you ask for, people. You get a sports team in your hometown finally. This is the kind of nutsness that can happen. It's fucked up and it's weird. Not a fan of it. All right, people, go to the next one. World Cup. Thanks you guys for joining in on that conversation about the Red Wings. I really appreciate
Cabo
it.
Verde.
Yeah, guys, talk about whatever you want for whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. Go ahead.
I will say, the drunkest Uber ride I ever took was from JFK to a hotel in Brooklyn, and she was from Cabo Verde, and she played all the hottest tracks from Cabo Verde. So, I should have known. I should have bet on Cabo Verde today.
Well, that's funny because Nick Faulkner has on our Discord channel, the World Cup Discord channel, has a thread of music from the different competing nations. So you could have.
Cabo Verde's got some good tracks. I've listened to it. It's got some good tracks.
Yeah, but just to get the context of the day. So it's not since 1958 has there been a day when all 4 World Cup matches ended in a draw. And, that's a thing in itself, but you start the day with fucking Spain versus Cabo Verde.
Yeah.
No one expected Like
That's
the
crazy.
announcers beforehand were just like, how big of a are they going to do like a worse routing than Germany and Sweden?
I love it. I'm like, I have Spain, but I'm rooting for Cabo Verde. I love that. I love a good underdog, and let's go. I mean, after Cabo Verde took the tie today, I did like a deep dive on the biggest underdogs in World Cup history. Awesome.
Well, and also the lowest ranked team in the tournament, according to FIFA's ranking, is New Zealand. They drew Iran 2-2.
Nice.
Saudi Arabia was not expected to give Uruguay that tough of a time.
I'm rooting for Uruguay.
And then, me too on that one. And then Belgium, Egypt also 1-1, and that was a really entertaining match. Belgium did not want to walk away with a draw on that one either. So you had a lot of teams either loving that they got a draw or really wanting that win, and it gives you an interesting dynamic. And also, when Cabo Verde got one corner at the end of the match, and they weren't that far away from getting a goal off it, which would have been just amazing. But
Jeremy, is this a fluke, or is there just parity in worldwide soccer at this point?
I would definitely not say there's parity between. I think it's just maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe Cabo Verde will go all the way. Some of this is it's the start of the tournament. You have players who have had busy.
Things will regress to the mean.
Yeah, typically Spain lost their first match.
There's no fucking way that's
the year they won
again.
the World Cup 8 years ago. So you can't just assume, they had a bad first match, they're toast. Likewise, sometimes you have this team like Germany and Sweden where everyone's like, holy shit, look at all the goals these guys are scoring, they're going to go all the way, and then they kind of peter out in the round of 16.
But even though you set up stuff for statistics to like take care of outliers, you'll still have Uruguay, the greatest upset of all time. It could still happen.
No, and I mean,
it can still happen, but it hasn't happened. Like when was
this isn't like a long league where you have a hiccup and it
was the last
kind of flattens out by the time everyone finishes
World Cup upset
playing their 38 games. There are three games in the group.
When was the last great World Cup winner that was a true underdog?
The last winner?
I mean, it's Uruguay, right? Like, that's the last great big upset in World Cup that I know of.
I mean, there was Croatia making it to the final was a big deal.
I'm talking about winning.
Yeah, I can think of Euro Cup, but yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be Uruguay, right? That I know of.
Really good stuff, you guys. Way to keep it going. All right, let's move on.
Rate of play.
Yeah,
I mean, you're just playing sound effects over there, waiting for us to stop.
Well, no, you guys, no one else is talking and no one else is helping. So let's move on from something else. Let's go to one of the segments that always flows. That does a great job.
What was your favorite World Cup match of the tournament so far?
I really enjoyed today.
It was babes versus bros, actually.
I thought New Zealand versus Iran was extremely interesting. Not only like what were the emotions of the Iranian players playing in America during a war that's, I guess, over, but I thought them playing.
Honestly, I think they were probably pretty confident because Trump is a bitch.
Spain versus who was it, Jeremy? That was a
Capo Verde.
What an amazing tie! I thought that was incredible. The World Cup to me is already off to a great start where it's like, shit, you want it to be interesting, and this isn't even the knockout rounds, and it's extremely interesting.
I do like that Russia is just like not invited.
They didn't qualify.
Can I ask a question? Are we going to talk about the UFC fight on the White House lawn, or are we going to get to that next week after the Relic?
Garky, take as much time as you want, bud. What do you want?
Yeah, we'll save it.
Do you have points, or you just want to be like, I saw that it happened? Like, what do you?
He's going to do some hot takes.
John Gaethje did a big upset thing. Nobody expected him to win, and one of the guys called Michelle Obama.
Did you say John Wayne Gacy?
It's Gaethje, I think.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And then one of them said Michelle Obama's a man. So that
happened.
That was classy. All right, that's all I got. So I guess we don't have to do it after Relic next week.
I add some tie-ins to the Relic, so I'll just wait till we get to the Relic to talk about it.
All right, we're gonna do a music break. We come.
I thought we would actually do a screening of Running Scared with Billy Crystal, but that looks fine. We'll talk about that next week.
We're going to do a music break. We come back with Archosaur Archives after this music break. Archosaur Archives will lead right in. Rob will be ready to go. It is...
Oh, Liz will be interested to hear about this.
We're going to listen to Johnny and the Hurricanes. Hurricanes, Carolina, beat Nick Fly.
Carolina's
2 minutes, 2 minutes and 13 seconds. And then we come back, and Rob will be taking over for Archosaur Archives. 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Supposed to be a cities quiz.
Yeah, maybe. The wonderful Johnny and the Hurricanes, but there is nothing more wonderful than this producer who does the work. Always.
I'm here.
Producer Rob, as always, we love you so much for the work you do. Thank you, my friend. You've got something special here tonight. Rob, what is going on in the hit segment? Arcus. Whoa, I don't want to move that. What is going on in the Arcus?
We got a good one this week.
What do we got, brother? It is yours. Please take it away.
On right. This week we got Larus californicus. Larus californicus
It's like when
is an extant.
California gets hard.
Say again?
When California gets hard, Californicus like has sex.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a little bit of. There's some fornication involved, for sure. Larus californicus is an extant Caradiform in the Laridae family. Their conservation status is least concern, which is a testament to their robust adaptability, opportunistic feeding strategies, and broad migratory and year-round range across most of Western North America, from deep in Canada to well south on the western coast of Mexico. It's a medium-sized gull with a white underside and gray back, with black wingtips, brown eyes, yellow legs, and a yellow beak with a red spot near the tip. Their wingspan can vary from 4 to 4.5 feet, and they can weigh from 1 to a little over 2 pounds. They love shorelines and dumps, and eat insects, fish, and eggs, and immature birds, especially ducklings. They often pester humans for food scraps if they're not straight up stealing food from them.
But Rob, you're saying they're eating babies?
They're crop pests.
They're eating babies?
What's that?
They're eating babies, Rob?
Yeah, they're baby eaters. They'll sometimes even behave as crop pests, occasionally adding vegetables or fruits to their diets. They love cherries, apparently. Like most gulls, they are primarily monogamous and breed annually, laying 2 to 3 eggs in a depression nest lined with vegetation and feathers in the summer.
Hey, Schlegs, how's your depression nest?
It was better before you spoke. Go ahead, Rob.
They nest either in their more northern breeding grounds in central Canada for the migratory populations, or anywhere between here in Utah to the Idaho, British Columbia border for the non-migratory populations. Parents share both egg incubation and chick feeding responsibilities. Incubation usually begins with the first egg, but isn't continuous until the second egg is laid, to help ensure that both/all the eggs hatch at the same time 3 to 4 weeks later.
Is this the Utah State bird?
That's a good question.
Great shout, Gurky. You're onto something here, I think.
Oh, he got ahead of the game!
Some populations in California were once given the conservation status of special concern due to regional population declines, but have since been removed as they expanded their new breeding grounds, or expanded to new breeding grounds. Further, some of these new breeding grounds, like those in the San Francisco Bay, have undergone such a population explosion that their penchant for eating the chicks of other birds has begun to threaten other local species, including the snowy plover and California least tern, which both hold seriously threatened conservation statuses. Locals are making moves to maybe try to rein them in a little bit. Oh, you can scroll a little.
I was scared because Gurky was right. Gurky was right.
Here's the dorkier looking specimen.
Why does that foot look a
like
little?
A good dork to me.
Why does that foot look a little like?
Yeah, he's prancing along there.
Right. That's why I run these days. Just a little lip-footed.
All right, and I'll just let me quickly get through my last and longest paragraph.
Please.
And then we can look at all these great pictures. In 1848, the first of the Mormon colonizers were beginning their second season of failing crops in the Salt Lake Valley. These ill-advised crops were leading to a population explosion of Mormon crickets, and they were having just a great season with these new, easy sources of food. The Mormon crickets, that is. The beleaguered Mormons were probably somewhat helped by the arrival of the native species of gull that were, I'm sure, also delighted by this proliferation of new food sources, the Mormon crickets. I'm sure it was at least significantly emotionally reassuring, if only a little practically helpful, for the gulls to arrive and gorge themselves on the hordes of insects. Some of those Mormons even journaled about it. It wasn't super celebrated immediately, though. It took the imagination and exaggeration that only faded memories can provide for the events to be exalted and dubbed the miracle of the gulls. In 1955, over 100 years later, the Utah legislature generically named the seagull as the official state bird. That has since been generally accepted that this refers to the California gull specifically. Utah state bird is the California gull.
What?
This bird.
Hell yeah.
Rob.
All right, let's look at some more pictures. The next one's also dorky.
This is what's beautiful about. So, Rob, let's be clear. Every Archosaur that you've done for your beautiful long lineage of Archosaur archives, our state bird is a part of that. It's on the same timeline. Unfucking believable.
Look at this dork.
Just being a dummy. Just being a dummy.
Do we know where the
and look at this
origin
also
of
dork
this-
running
do we know
through
the
brine
origin of
flies
this-
to just eat as many as he can.
Yeah, just having
what
a
do you
good
got,
time,
Clayton? Sorry.
feasting. No, I'm saying, like, do we know where the origin of this species,
the
like where the
predecessor.
modern origin of the species is? Is it the fact that it's called a California gull? Does that mean it's like where was it originated? Do we know like where
They're
it came
native
from?
across the whole of Western North America. They live all the way to like north of Minnesota or their breeding grounds in Canada, and then they go all the way south to like west of Mexico City along the coast.
Right, so they're hardcore. They go big.
That's the migratory populations, and then there are like year-round populations that live between here and like the Idaho-Canada border.
They're resilient species. Like they rock like anything from like a beach to a landfill to a Great Salt Lake. They seem pretty malleable.
Yep. They're pretty adaptable. Yeah, that's what I was saying right up at the top. Robust adaptability.
Yeah.
With opportunistic feeding strategies.
Now,
that's how you perpetuate the species.
Now we look at this, Rob, and we see this photo, and to me
They're
it looks
fine to be this kind of nasty dude.
Well, it looks like so many. I was like, oh, this is too much. But Rob, if we replace these with Crown Burger, isn't that exactly the dream? Isn't this what this bird
it's the
is?
mouth. The mouth is open.
It's just like don't think of it as pests. Think of it as a million Crown Burgers entering your mouth. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. Yeah, this is just a bunch of tiny sliders.
It's unbelievable stuff.
Yeah.
Now,
here's another one. Slightly more mature, I think, but looking a little less dorky, doing the exact same nasty shit.
Now, Rob, a thing I've always thought about
scooping up flies
as a kid is that we always our goal is the California gull. Right, that's our state bird.
Yep.
So, does that mean that this bird was introduced into Utah not that long in the history of animal? Like it didn't.
No, it was here when the Mormons got here. It's been here for all of.
I mean, that Great Salt Lake's been here for.
But why wasn't it? Yeah, that's my question. Is the Great Salt Lake had been here in Lake Bonneville? It seems like the gull had only showed up long enough to not mutate or evolve.
It was here long enough to save the Mormons,
but it never evolved to another form of gull. It's still the same one you would see on the California coast.
I wouldn't say that it didn't evolve to another sort of gull. Like all of today's gulls evolved to where they are at a speed that got them here where they are today. It's not that they stalled on evolution. We have other gulls that are native to Utah and live around here
that are not.
That absolutely could have been the gulls that were actually eating all the crickets. Tough to say because
that was my question. Is that?
I mean, honestly,
absolutely, it could have been any of those other gulls that were contributing or participating, or could have been the primary helpers. And when we named our state bird, we just named it the seagull. And then after the fact, we decided that must refer to the California gull, because that is what is most populous in our dump.
I'm probably the only person old enough here to have gone to a Salt Lake Gulls game, but they weren't the Salt Lake, California Gulls.
They were just the Gulls.
Yeah.
That's a great point, Kirk. So, Rob, is there gulls that are just native to Utah?
There are no endemic gulls to Utah. No.
Which gull do they think did the crickets?
I don't think that there is any good. I don't think there is any good data on that.
So it could have been.
It is possible that it could have been another gull. There's a decent likelihood because California gulls are so exceptionally good at cohabitating with people that their population has exploded here specifically because people showed up here and started having dumps.
Look at that fancy lad. Look at him.
That is a yearling. That is what their plumage looks like when they're just real young.
Rob, is the brown because it hides them in the dirt? Like is there is that?
Yep. Yeah. Yep, because earlier in their life, camouflage is more valuable than their more flashy breeding plumage.
Does that also, we are in Archosaur archives, do people start to extrapolate that to earlier species on the planet that maybe they have the same kind of different colors and plumage based on the lifespan where they're at, where a young...
Oh yeah. No, I think that's an easy thing to assume. I think that's a safe assumption that younger individuals of non-avian dinosaurs that they looked different in terms of coloration than their adult forms did. I think that's a good observation, and I think that's a safe presumption. That was another yearling. This is a 2-year-old.
And they're just going to get brine shrimp or brine flies, or what's their main diet?
They eat bugs and, like I said, baby birds and fish.
So the Clayton diet,
and trash.
The Clayton diet is kind of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Here. Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Any of you guys have to read Jonathan Livingston Seagull in elementary school?
No, I never had.
No, I read that on my own in high school.
Do you think he was a California gull, or was he just
John Livingston Seagull?
Is this the lesbian seagull? Is that what we're talking about?
Jonathan Livingston?
No, it's a different vibe.
Oh, it's not the lesbian seagull. Wait,
now here is an adult in flight. That's full adult plumage, but not in breeding season.
Now, Rob, you didn't do much research on the crickets and the seagulls and all that? Like,
as I think the only person here that has the Aaronic priesthood, I would say, like, you guys are discounting the fact that how much the Jesus myth plays into this.
Like,
Rob, I have the priesthood, so you guys should just definitely step the fuck off.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
The keys of Aaron have not been removed from me.
Look at these beautiful little cheetah babies. Look at these.
Exactly. I prayed for their success.
Unbelievable.
Just a shitty little depression nest, and slightly older.
And so depression nest, you were saying on the ground, right, Rob? Or
yeah, they only nest on the ground, and just like wherever there's a little area that already looks like it could hold eggs, and then they soften it up with some vegetable
what
matter.
Happens when there's no longer standing water for seagulls to migrate through the Great Salt Lake corridor?
They spend more time at the dump.
I think the dump will serve them. They'll move into the city more for sure.
Speaking of Clayton's priesthood, it's a little ironic that these monogamous birds ended up saving the polygamous Mormons. Just saying.
That's true. dichotomy there. I mean, is this Rob old like me as a 40-year-old talking to a Gen Z? Is that what's going on here? This is old.
I think that's the important. I think that's the takeaway here. Yeah,
Yeah, he's saying, "Hey, how come you're not watching Poly Blend?" And
Oh
he's
my
just
God.
like, leave me alone, man.
We got to move on. I mean, Rob,
Rob,
It's always on Tuesdays, and I'm trying to make it on Monday.
look at that tongue.
I felt like showing a good nasty one would be good.
Well, and it's about the pleasure, and if it doesn't seem like it really would hit a lot of the censor, but they're trying. Wow. And then garbage. Oh, look at the calls. Look at and trash.
Look at just glorious animals. Enjoying the trash.
What I've always been proud of,
Celebrating the
Rob,
trash.
this is who represents us. This is the Utah
This is
bird,
us.
right? Yeah.
This is I took this picture from the.
Oh, you
Deseret.
took this picture. Oh my God.
No. I pulled this from the
You
Deseret.
copied and
This was-
pasted this picture. Wow.
I understood what you meant, Rob.
I was
He
hoping.
was going to say what his source was. I took this from somewhere.
And then here's one looking pretty fucking cool to me.
Damn, look at that.
That's amazing.
That's a pretty badass picture.
Just a
And then here's
classic,
just
just a
a
classic.
clean classic to finish on.
That previous picture was Schlegel trying to get control of the Poly Blend when we're all trying to.
Just trying.
Just
with
when
everything
everyone's
he's got to
yelling.
rein it in.
Everyone's yelling.
Let's move on to this. It was like, no, Schlegel, one last thing.
I gotta say
Speaking
four
of
more.
which, one last thing, Rob. California already has the California quail. Why don't they let us call it the Utah gull?
Good question.
It got named when nobody cared about Utah.
Yeah,
And also,
we're gonna have
there are more. There
we
are
could
more
probably-
of them in California.
We could probably buy the naming rights, but it's gonna cost us. This new private equity deal, maybe it'll work out.
Qualcomm.
Look at this good goal.
By
That's
the way,
it.
and by the way, Rob, everything you do every week, everyone loves it.
There we go.
I'm sorry if I ever step on your sentences. They are perfect. What you do,
Perfectly fair.
Rob.
Look at this great bird.
But you brought it back to Utah. It was a full circle, Rob. You're like, I'm
There's an
doing
Archosaur archive.
Look, I will have you guys know that Utah is blessed with 3 state dinosaurs, and it has a birthday coming up.
Spoiler.
So I might be trying to crank out all 3 state dinosaurs.
Crank it.
I'm always trying to crank out a lot every day. So thank you,
Yeah,
my
like,
friend.
I'm
At
cranking,
least once or
I'm
2
cranking
times a day.
so hard.
People-
Right now we're cranking.
Right now, we're cranking. People, what we won't crank is Utah City's quiz. I'm so sorry. It is 11 o'clock. We won't be able to do that.
We're not going to be doing it. Jesus.
Well, sadly, it is 11 o'clock. We can't do it. It'll take another 45
Can we do a
minutes.
lightning round?
Clayton was super excited to get around without Bradford here.
I know. Well,
I know. I need my hits.
we'll just get back with that. But we have
How about a
topics.
lightning?
We have topics. We have topics real
That's
quick, gentlemen.
fine. I'll do
Oh,
topics.
he's so like,
how about a song?
You want a song first? We can do a
Yeah,
song?
how about that?
Yeah.
Play that De La Soul song so I can piss and we can listen to some music.
And then you can topic without worry of bladder
Yeah,
infection.
my bladder is exploding right now, and I don't want to leave you.
Let us go to the.
So my first pick was
Where'd you? Oh,
amazing.
Got it. Got it.
Got it.
Which is perfect for the Knicks winning. I love this.
Yeah. So this is De La Soul featuring Nas, which, I mean, there's like 18 million
I love it.
tracks that feature mentions of the Knicks, but I really love De La Soul. R.I.P. True Boy.
I know they're all dying.
Yeah, we act accordingly.
What is that from? Like, we're all dying.
We're all dying. Act accordingly. That's actually from.
What is that? It's so good.
That's from The Departed.
Yes.
That's
Jack
Nicholson says.
We're all dying.
We're all dying. Act accordingly.
Act accordingly. So good.
Call me hardcore.
All right, we'll listen to, and this is perfect. It's a 3-minute and 10-second song.
Great. Great.
Quite.
So in the third stanza, sick mention of the Knicks.
The fact that you've stretched the Knicks songs this deep, and also, New York loves the Knicks. What are we talking about?
I mean, so you didn't show the image, but what's his name? Come on. God damn it. Spike Lee was wearing a De La Soul custom hat the day that the Knicks won. De La Soul is so ingrained. I mean, like, you can make the argument that, like, maybe Wu-Tang is better, but, like, De La Soul is NYC to me. So
all that matters about New York is what it matters to Clayton, and
R.I.P. Five Dog, who was such a Knicks fan.
I know.
The funky diabetic.
And he had
like,
that
like if he was still alive, like, he literally would be doing fucking backflips. So, like, this, like, Knicks winning was so De La Soul for me. I love that band. I love them. So
no, I'm glad we all loved the hip hop from the early '90s. New York is where it all came from, and the fact that they are now reveling in the fact they won. And what a great choice! De La Soul featuring Nas. Got it.
Thank you.
3 minutes 10 seconds.
God
it. Godit. 3 minutes 10 seconds. More Polyester.
Grown man salute, check the black suit, a fair black tie. Got these kids filling up the premises, they want the supply. Product is uncut, we giving you what you need, cause you pay the price. And if albums like pizza pies, we know you only trying to pay for them slices. When them chefs in the street, they call me Daylight, as if I lost my soul. I still got it, baby boy, then the sound on patrol. Check the file, while we running international like no other. With me in the pics, rocking them New York Knicks and them Elmer glue colors. They got it for 2 for $5, dial, we got it for 3 for free, baby. Cause you gonna get hooked off this verbal dope we cook, that's how it's gonna be, baby. This digital onslaught, it's the world we live, man. Get with it or get quiet. You stay home while we stay on that Nasir Jones, y'all. The world is our diet. When we glide the world, what we telling them? Still got it, baby boy. Within the loudest crowds, what we yell at them? Still got it, baby boy. Walk amongst the people, what they are saying? You still got it, baby boy. Those that thought they were equal, they demise saying, still got it, baby boy.
As young boys, we sat on the stoop playing punch buggy. Now we OGs driving. Limit whip for 2016. Just watch, it's what we call perfect timing. The cradle is straight, the fridge got a cradle of steak. We dine like Thanksgiving. If you on seconds with nothing to share, then kill yourself. What's life worth living? Case studies say hip hop is dead, huh? I think I need to taste the pudding. Proof in it, God wasn't kidding when sales went from platinum to wooden. Special affairs, who cares about the special effects, y'all? We like no others. Show respect to this grown man, ain't young fella, recorded your mothers. Now when I walk in the street, they call me De La, as if I lost my soul. I still got it, baby boy. Check the Nikes, baby boy. Overseas and domestic, we exchange current till the paper's extinct. You like fossils in the wild, we live with God's child. Fuck what y'all think.
When we glide the world, what we telling them? Still got it, baby boy. Within the loudest crowds, what we yell at them? Still got it, baby boy. Walk amongst the people, what they are saying? You still got it, baby boy. Those that thought they were equal, they demise saying, still got it, baby boy.
I always remember New York hip hop with Mos Def and Dale's and like Tribe. Like that was,
baby boy.
There was always like that's where the real shit's coming from. Like the West Coast was really good, like beats and of course we know the gangster, but like the New York was like, oh shit, that's where the real shit's coming from. And I remember listening to that, feeling like my mind was being opened all the time. And I remember, when I started going down that deep dive, I
mean, the thing about the Knicks winning the championship for me, because I'm a huge music fan, and I know you are too, it's caused me to look back through my life.
Yes.
Over the course of my music fandom, which started when I was as long as I can remember. And it's cosmically related to hip hop. You know, but I mean, there's other stuff too.
Well, I mean, like even basic
punk and all that stuff. But
yeah,
I mean, the Knicks win the championship is fucking cool. I mean, it's just really cool.
Well,
it's just really, really cool.
I think you said it right, where it's like you look back and it's all your musical influences being like, this is for us.
NYC is the best city in the world.
And you're like, oh shit, that's awesome. Like, you gave me all this entertainment, you gave me all this art, you gave me all this, and this is your moment for your team that you haven't had since 1973. Is that right, Clive? 1973?
1973, yeah. Willis Reed.
Like,
Phil Jackson.
It is that kind of thing of the music looking back at you and being like, let us enjoy it. You better enjoy it or shut the fuck up. And I couldn't. And
also, there's a certain thing. There's a like I said at the beginning of the show. There's a certain thing about this team that there's no OG Anunoby.
Well, can you do
Jalen Brunson? There's no person that that like the great people were trying like. That Coca-Cola was trying to make money off of.
Well, can you do this?
This is like the 2009 Detroit Pistons.
Can you do this?
They were just fucking cool.
Can you do this for really Brunson? Late draft pick, not supposed to be a
second round draft pick.
Why did he
mocked when he got his extension?
Why did they? What did New York see in him? Why did he become a part of that team?
They knew that he would be. They knew that he was good, and they overbet on him.
And they were,
and that's great.
I think they brought him in because he was supposed to be a role player on a team after he, was it Denver? He was at
Dallas.
It was Dallas, and he went for like 50.
He was drafted by Dallas.
Yeah, and he would go for 50 against the Jazz on a regular basis.
Yes, he fucking owned the Jazz.
He destroyed us in those playoff years, and I think they saw, okay, this guy has enough that if you put some players around him, but he didn't.
They thought that 6'2" wouldn't get them.
Yeah.
Wouldn't get it.
Oh,
well, that was kind of he always kind of reminded me of John Starks, kind of like the unheralded lunchbox kind of does what he needs to do kind of guy. But no, he's 6'2", and he actually is way better than John Starks. So
I mean, Iverson was 6'1". Here's the deal, like, you know, analytics. I hope that the Knicks saw that they saw someone who had the fucking killer mentality and could just get it done.
I couldn't help but notice that he had 2 NCAA championships with Villanova.
I mean, they won the champ. Josh Hart, and they won the championship.
2 NCAA championships, and he was second round. And it's like, wait, this guy clearly is a killer. What are you doing? You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, that's the thing.
Who was the one when he missed?
I just love that. I just love with all the analytics, with all the analyzation, with all the experts, that they can get it wrong. Okay. And they got it wrong with him. And they might win 1, they might win 2, they might win a bunch. But here's what's going to happen. The Spurs are going to be around for a very long time. Into my 50s.
I agree with that. But
late into my 50s. They are going to be around for a very long time.
But what's crazy is that Brunson statue in front of Madison Square Garden. That's a done deal. Speaking of done deal, we like to hear what you guys have to...
One more thing.
Oh.
Just a reminder from way back in the first blend season.
Oh, boy.
So
are you talking about
recommends of the week? I recommended the podcast What Had Happened Was, where Open Mike Eagle talks to Prince Paul, and it's just him interviewing him, the same setup, but every episode going through the career. So obviously the first couple episodes are all about those De La Soul albums. Just really awesome to get behind the scenes. So if you ignored my recommend back in 2000, now's a good time.
Never ignored.
But what? Say you were saying at that time he picked Brunson to be the future.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm sorry.
Paul
I'm being an idiot. What are you saying, Jeremy? And
Yeah, how are you trying to own us right now?
I'm not even trying to own you. I'm just saying that's a really good podcast. We just listened to De La Soul.
Oh, okay.
And we're talking about De La Soul.
Gotcha.
Prince Paul was the producer of those
Topics, best 5 De La Soul records. Can we do that on topic?
And I was waiting for you guys to finish talking before mentioning it, but just wanted to shout it out since we were listening to De La Soul.
And by the way, Jeremy, if Ken Burns really should do what he should, 10-parter hip hop, 70s, 80s.
Oh my God, Ken Burns
Ken
doing
Burns
hip-hop.
hip hop rap like of New York City. If he fucking took up the challenge,
New York's best idea.
It's just a super fun podcast to listen to because he's talking about shit like he had like a VHS machine that he was just recording audio to, and that's how he was like producing.
I think about that.
Like, it's a really interesting story, so that's why I mentioned it because
the technology at that time was insane. Speaking of Jeremy,
yeah, you had to figure out how to make it work, and then we made all this digital tech to emulate it and make it a lot easier.
Jeremy, we're gonna begin topics, and we're gonna hold off on Clayton and Gerke because they have children, but it'll be producer Rob, you and I to start this off. It's a classic case of versus want kid to learn how you learned about sex, or any other way that you learned about sex. Jeremy, would you want, if you had a kid, they learned it the way you
Honestly,
did?
if you have a kid, you could still struggle over this.
You're gonna have time, Clay. You and Gerke, you're gonna have time. What do you think? If you had a kid, Jeremy, what would you do? Topics.
I mean, any other way strikes me as there's potential.
Did you have a bad time? I guess I should ask. Did you have a bad time learning about sex?
This is quite a topic. Geez.
I know. Topics, baby. Topics.
Like literally 3 weeks ago, his parents called him and told him about sex.
Jeremy.
Now it makes a lot of sense.
The Lord Jesus Christ says,
finally
"Do not."
Yo, Jeremy, it's about time.
We just watched
There's a penis and a vagina.
Any other way
Yay.
strikes me as there's the possibility for some very bad ways.
Yeah.
So I might just say, yeah, I didn't have the worst experience.
And I would say the reason I asked it this way was, did anyone give you any knowledge? Did someone, like, was it just school? Was it was there a professional appropriate way, or was it just like, I'm hearing things and I'm going forth with that knowledge?
I mean, I had some Utah school system education.
Me too.
Me too. 7th or 8th grade.
Do you remember, Jeremy? There was a moment where if the parents didn't sign off, you wouldn't learn about contraception. Like, you wouldn't learn about condoms or anything else. Do you remember that? I had that in Park City, where there were kids who would leave if their parents didn't sign off. They could learn about that.
I remember that they had to. It was like, I remember my teacher saying, like, for the love of God, use a condom, but also
like a plea.
Some kind of.
Was that just to you, or was that to?
It's just this. Well, that could have gone in a really dirty direction.
The teacher, you weren't, but we're just asking.
No, just the class. So I feel like I had a pretty decent teacher in a
that's awesome.
Somewhat hamstrung education system. So wasn't the worst. How about you, Rob?
Yeah, Rob, we were both in Park City High School.
Yeah. My parents knew exactly how dumb I was. And they went with a fantastic strategy, I think.
Good job.
They got a book about it that's for kids, and they
dropped off.
They hid it where I would find it. And I found it, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is the shit." So
this is hardcore porn.
And I was like, no, nobody.
They don't want me to know about
finding
this.
out
This
about
was
this.
a secret.
And I paged through the whole book, took in everything I could, and then I waited until my parents weren't home again, and then got my friends over there, and I was like, check out this fucking book.
Badass of the neighborhood. Badass of the neighborhood. I got tits and all sorts
and
of
were
stuff.
your friends into it, or were they like,
This is too graphic, dude. This is.
I have no memory of how they received it whatsoever. I just know that I was so excited about.
Oh wait, Gerke learned about sex from the Sputnik satellite, because it was the 50s, right, Gerke? It came down from satellites. What was it like for you?
FDR told Gerke about sex during the fireside chat.
Yeah, that's a funny little joke. Rob, do you remember what the book was?
Yeah,
I kind of want to.
The title of the book is Where Did I Come From?
I think,
hey there, God, it's me,
can we
Rob.
order this for Rob?
Everyone wanted to run in with the book. What was it, Rob? What was it?
The book is Where Did I Come From?
Okay.
And it has some adorable.
But I feel
Schlegel, you should probably Google some images from this book, because it is cartoons.
By the way, Polyester Blood is officially not safe for work, everyone. Not safe for work.
I'm sure it's been banned from many Utah schools.
What was it called, Rob? What was it called?
Where Did I Come From? With a question mark.
Gerke,
it's extremely late 70s, 80s vibes.
Gerke, I heard that, and I believe
the funny thing is, as edgy as you guys think I am, I'm to this day, my parents are in their mid 80s. They've never talked to me about where I've come from.
By the way, this is some husky love. I'm just sorry, guys.
I mean, do you have the same type of passive aggressive parents I do?
Sorry, gentlemen. I am working hard to make sure that you can see this kind of husky love.
I just admitted my parents didn't talk to me about sex.
No, Clay, I'm the same way. My parents were like, "Yeah, he'll figure it out."
They're like, "How are things going?"
You know how awkward. You know how awkward.
We can go to.
There they are.
Oh yeah, that's my parents.
That's some husky love.
That's how I learned.
That's
right there,
Rob. That's where you came from.
Wait,
yeah, that's what I learned,
Mr.
About where I came
that's
from.
the actual picture of my conception.
Wait, so the Cabbage Patch Kids fucked each other, and that's where you learned how? Whoa! And the quilt, and it's a beautiful quilt, by the way. If we're gonna fuck, I want to be.
It's just a bunch of hearts.
You know, when I lost my virginity, there was only 9 hearts.
I like how they got so wild that.
Wait, is this a Kathy?
By the way, I know it looks Kathy.
we need Brad.
Looks like super Kathy.
It's fantastic.
This is Ryan's Comics Corner. Ryan should take over the rest of this. So
she's like, "Oy vey."
We're doing topics. Okay,
you already came.
We must move on. We must move on. Anyway, I would say I never was taught sex by my parents. The parents that are here, I can only imagine how awkward that is. I would never.
Shout out to my parents. The only time my dad ever talked to me about sex is when he was like, "I'm sexually active,"
with a lot of ladies. With a lot.
In the 90s, it was super awkward. We had to talk about it, but it's fine.
I think it's better that. Okay, I don't think it should come from your parents. I like Rob the book that just shows up. I think that's better. I don't think it should come from other kids in school, because other kids in school will.
I think your kids are just. I think your parents are just
Rob,
openly talk about sex, but that's cool.
The real reason I asked the name of the book is because I'm going to order it.
Yeah, you gotta get your kids in on that.
My mid-20s children.
Honestly, was that comic strip illustrated by Kathy? Because dude,
looks
full circle. That looks so fucking
similar.
Kathy.
Well, Gerke, I'm getting hard thinking about this.
Those hearts are so Kathy.
Gerke, I'm getting hard to think about this. What you would choose?
You're getting hard?
Would you rather, Gerke, be Geddy Lee or be Flea? Prominent bass players. One of them from the band Rush. One of them from the band Red Hot Chili Peppers. Gerke, would you rather
be reverse Sam Dunk here?
Geddy Lee or be Flea?
This is my own prejudice probably, but I've always hated Rush. So I would definitely rather be Flea. And Flea
You're fucking crazy.
You're out of your mind.
Flea is also kind of a cool guy. I heard a good interview with Fresh Air with Terry Gross.
Cool guy, worst band.
Yeah, hanging out with Anthony Kiedis Rush is a hang. Easy hang. Canadians. Watch
The holy
hockey.
triumvirate, dude.
You're fucking like, what? We're gonna hang out and read Ayn Rand all day? Fuck it. I'd rather dance around in my underwear.
Oh, you'd rather have a sock on your dick. Okay, we understand that.
I already got one.
And actually, this is perfect for you, Jeremy, versus. So think about this. Waiting for a delayed plane, so as you wait until the plane gets there, or you just get on a bus, so the entire time you wait for a plane, get on a plane, get there. If you just want on a bus, you would be there at the same time. Do you like motion, or do you want to wait until you get on a plane? Go ahead, Jeremy.
So, in other situations, I would favor continuing moving, like I'm walking versus I'm in, like walk to my car, half an hour away, no traffic versus sitting in traffic for half an hour.
That's it.
But in this specific scenario, you're in an airport, maybe
get a drink,
lounge access. Maybe you can get a drink. Sitting on a bus is not usually very comfortable. So in this specific incident, I don't want to be stuck because you can't.
What about this, Jeremy? Is there
a bus bathroom? You got nothing's nice about being stuck on a bus.
How about this, Jeremy? You're totally right. I totally agree with you. Is there an hour limit? If it's 3 hours, not so bad. 4, because how much are you spending at the bar at an airport, or how much? You know what I mean? Like, is it like, okay, this only works if it's 6 hours, 7 hours? Because if you're, you know what I mean? Like, if you're really stuck at an airport, you could take up a bill, buying drinks, buying food. Or if you're just doing the same travel time, you're not spending as much money. Would there be an hour time frame where you agree upon one or the other?
There could be. I'd say it depends if you're in a scenario where, like, they tell you, hey, this bus isn't going to leave this plane won't leave for 24 hours. Like, you can go into town,
right,
and fucking have fun and like enjoy the city,
right,
which is way better than a 24-hour bus ride. But obviously, if it's one of those, like, they keep stringing it along and say, no, we're going to leave in an hour, so you can't really leave the airport. That's a little different.
That's a good point. I think you're right.
Also, if you have like lounge access sometimes, then you're getting like free drinks.
Anyone else feel differently on this?
I'm surprised that you're coming down on this side, like, because you're the kind of guy who wants to go out and see the country.
Yes, but a bus doesn't let you control it.
Yeah,
road trip,
you don't get to control it, but you're going to see way more of the country than just the inside.
That's a good point.
And I agree with Jeremy. Like, if they say it's going to be 12 hours, you'll go out and see 10 hours of the town. And
so that's kind of the same thing as I'm going to go out and see the country, but I'm going to go out and.
All right, how about this?
I'm going to town and hang out. Or
whatever. Michael said that it was the same time. Like, yes, I'm not going to spend 10 hours on a bus. I'll go spend 10 hours in the city and then come back and get on the plane. But if it's like a 2-hour bus ride, I'll check out the countryside. Yeah.
And I love train travel. Like when I'm in Europe, that's a great example, not of delays, but like you think about the time it takes to like get your ass to the airport, then you got to go through security. You've got to be at your gate early. You got to wait to board, then taxi and takeoff. When you're like doing a train city center to city center, you can just like show up like 10 minutes before your train leaves.
Right.
And then you arrive and you're in the center of town.
Right.
So that's, Gerke's right in terms of reading me as like, that's the kind of thing I like to do. It's just being stuck on like a slow, uncomfortable mode of transportation. I don't really like.
Sounds dramatic. One more versus.
Well, we got one more, and Gerke, I'll be here. You go first, Gerke, but I'm here to talk to you through it.
Wow.
Funeral speech for relative you haven't seen in a while. Funeral speech for friend you haven't seen in a while. So one relative versus a.
I love that spelling of speech.
Oh, sorry.
I love that spelling.
I'm trying to put the things together.
But you are giving the funeral speech.
We know it.
So you're doing a speech. It's a family.
Worst thing I've ever heard.
Or it's that friend you haven't seen in a while. who would you rather? Because is family easier to do if you're like, I'm just off the hook because I didn't really see them that much, or is it a friend where it's like, this guy called me a friend? I gotta fucking speak on this thing.
Yeah, it's a weird scenario in either situation, but I feel like doing it for a friend, you can kind of do some goofs.
Oh, right. It's easier to do the goose because it's a friend.
Like you can chew up 40 minutes with verses and just kind of like, keep everyone entertained that way.
You're like, Schlegel once asked me what I thought about flight delay.
Well, I actually thought when I wrote this, I thought this was more of the relative, because you can get away with like, oh, I had a great time with Aunt blah, blah, blah 20 years ago. Whereas the friend, they want more out of a friend than they would a relative. Like a friend is like, oh, he was their friend. He knew them. Where it's like, I don't know. I didn't really know. I kind of remember this guy. Whereas a relative, you can get away with like, oh, we would see Aunt blah, 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 or cousin blah, blah, blah. I think you get away with less important speech with a relative than you would be friend. Anyone say otherwise?
I disagree. I think for a friend, the people who are closest to them will understand your distance. And will forgive it more. Whereas with family, even if you're more distant from them, family will get all up in.
So I just
up in their feelings about it and be mad that you didn't know them.
We got notes here. Clayton.
I just did a funeral speech for someone.
And I wasn't trying to invoke that.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I will say that I put that, friendship is very important to me.
One of the strongest feelings I have.
And family is super important to me. But, when it comes to someone that's your friend that you've spent a lot of time with, you're going to put it all in.
I have a small... I
got to go with number 2.
I would say...
it's not even close.
I would say, Clay, that the people who've meant the most to me, I have a small family, and I love my family. God bless these... My friends are my family. My friends are my family, so I feel the same way. I'm going to throw this one out to Rob, because I'm concerned.
I mean, you're going to give respect to your bloodline, but in the end...
Our friends are really...
In the end, what's important? People you love, the people met along the way.
We've done this.
We've got one life, and that's it.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Do you have any more cliches stitched on pillows?
Well, actually, I think this should be...
Well, I've got a cliche for you. Fuck you.
I think this should be a...
that's stitched on a pillow?
I think this should be a Gurky Robert producer...
I've got one life to live. Fuck you.
Kill, marry, sexual times with. This is going to be Robert Gurky and producer Rob connected together. Guys, Windex, bleach, soapy water. Where we
are these the ways we can murder Robert Gurky?
Well, that could be an option too. Think of it that way. But
sorry,
I think this
you come at me, bro. You come at me, bro. I'm just done. Windex bleach.
Gurky, anyway. I think this is pretty easy. What do you think?
I mean, I do love bleach. I think
the blood, all the murders. Like
I think I'm marrying.
It just cleanses a murder scene, just like nothing you've ever seen.
We at least both agree that like Windex, fuck that. Who cares about that?
Yeah, it's a weak cleanup.
I was gonna leaning toward killed soapy water. Soapy water.
You're thinking about killing soapy water?
When I wrote this, I thought it was so different than what you guys are thinking. Go ahead.
I mean, I know when you do the dishes, you usually use soapy
water takes care of everything. It's soapy water.
Oh boy. Will you stop coaching these people?
I guess maybe Rob's right. Maybe we marry soapy water.
The miracle of glycerin. I think that's a marryable thing. The miracle of glycerin of being able to like bring polarized and non-polarized liquids
So
Do
then
a
we're
solution.
sexual times with bleach. Is what.
Yeah, that's what
I think
I
it's
would.
fair because you don't want to use bleach every day.
No, bleach.
Yeah.
Bleach is a sometimes food.
Clayton Scrivener, the people ask you, Clay, is it Old Sponge, dirty rag, or dry paper towel with dry blood spot in the middle? So Clay,
Is the question where did he come from?
Options?
so it is kill Mary several times with Old Sponge, dirty rag, or dry paper towel with dry blood spot.
Those are the only 3 options.
It's-
Okay. Yeah.
And
Guess
you're
that's
Yeah, marry one of those.
and
You fuck.
You're by yourself on this.
okay.
Marry one.
Just for like spelling's sake, I'm gonna go with dry paper towel.
Oh shit! Okay, you're marrying, but there's a giant blood
No,
spot.
easy. I'm fucking with that.
Oh, you're fucking dry paper
Sorry.
towel. It's got a blood
Yeah.
like in the middle of a dry.
It's just always seems like a
but you
short
could
term
pull, you
kind
could
of.
pull the paper around the blood, and then that.
Like, what do you
would
want to do?
clean-
What do you want to marry it? What do you want to do?
I'm just saying you could clean paper towel outside of the blood stain. But go ahead.
Other 3 options, please.
Old Sponge or dirty rag, kill or marry. Sorry, they're very insane. You want a dirty rag? Or, Old Sponge, think it could be clean, but it's stinky.
Old
It's-
Sponge, marry, dirty rag, kill.
Wait, kill dirty rag.
Yep.
Okay. Everyone feel.
I
feel
think
like I was
it's the
giving
wrong way to go because if you have sexual times with bleach,
Shut the fuck.
you can get that dirty rag and Old Sponge good as new. The fresh.
I'm so sorry that you got a better pick.
I can't believe you would kill the dirty rag.
Yeah, that's a huge.
Your mom's a dirty rag.
Jeremy Matthews, we're at a party where Jeremy, you can ask for a lifeline, but Jeremy, we're at a party organizer, party AV person, so you have to be in control of the DJ, the visuals, or be a bartender. What would you rather do? The overarching party organizer, the AV guy? It seems maybe your idea, or bartender. You don't have to worry about the other stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, as myself, I definitely.
AV guy is your guy, right? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
No, sorry, Janine was talking to me.
She's like, he doesn't do any of these.
He doesn't even wash the fucking dishes.
I want to be the AV person and then the bartender, and I'd kill being the organizer because I'd rather have someone else take on like all those responsibilities.
But dude, if you fuck up the AV, that's like one job. That's one job. Like, are you so confident? I mean, you are. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
Organizer's fault if it goes like that. Whereas
we worry about that later on. We do this, gentlemen. Everyone has to.
Can I before we move?
Yeah.
Has anybody here actually been a professional bartender?
Never. No, I've AV guy, party organizer, never bartender.
Yeah,
I've been a party bartender, but not in a professional license capacity.
Jeremy, did you feel
I've made
confident
cocktails.
making drinks, or were you just kind of winging it? Like,
I was making like classic cocktails.
but you
and I
would
was
know how to
shaking
do
them,
that.
I was
Yeah.
mixing them.
Gin and tonic.
More
What's in
kicks
that?
ass.
It's stressful if like a bunch of people are ordering though, and like you're the only bartender because you're holding up the whole party.
And
if
what
you're
was
not
that
getting
like
coffee.
at Mike Lee's wedding? Like, you did that at Mike Lee's wedding? Like, what was that like for you?
Well, the bridesmaids were great.
It was pretty fucking awesome, actually.
Question.
I've been a bartender and a server in my 20s. I never waited tables post 30, but god damn, I bet it's pretty fucking hard right now.
Guys,
so.
before our last segment, a new thing called, well, we've done this before. It's called Dirty Secret. You guys you don't have to say what it is or what you don't have to describe it.
Promise?
It's just about when the last time you had this happen. Dirty secret, don't have to say what the last time something gross was on or came out of your body. Just when it happened. So last time you were like, that's super gross, was on my body.
What about thoughts?
No, it's a physical, that's gross. That's
like gross thoughts came out of my body.
Pus, shit, whatever. Like
so it has to be like a physical.
Yeah, no, I 100% get this. I hear what we're saying. 2 to 3 minutes ago.
There we go. See, Rob gets it. Hour before the show is what I would say. Hour before the show.
Is that dirty secret or something
No, it's
you're
just
really
the
super
dirty
proud
secret.
to enjoy?
No, it's just what was the last time something gross was on or came off of your body? Rob said,
it needs to be exceptionally gross. It can't just be like
just like you would go, that's gross. Why did that happen? Why is that a part of my body?
Yeah, I'll say maybe like 3 months ago.
Oh, 3. I think you're lying. Rob and I think are.
I mean, if it's like shit, well, like,
Jeremy,
that's my
congratulations
point.
on going to a doctor regularly, I
like
guess.
exceptionally gross versus the normal gross stuff that's constantly.
I would just
filling
say
up.
like a weird anomaly where like, why is that pus? Why is that like a graph? Why is that my skin look like that? Why is that like? It's just when your body does something weird, you go something gross. When did that happen? Gurky and Clay didn't chime in. Oh, they're afraid. They're afraid.
No.
Talk about gross body horrors?
I'm just like bracing myself for when Gurky has something amazing to say.
Last Wednesday, Clayton was up. He was all over my body. Clayton was all over my body, and then he came off of it. I'm like,
well, I could have Gurky last week. Clayton, you opened it up like Total Recall, and Clayton's your weird body on the side of your chest.
I don't know. This is kind of a hard question because, like, there are, like Jeremy said, there are gross things that come out of your body on a daily basis.
Above the norm. Above
like,
the norm.
Above and beyond that, like, I don't know.
You don't have to tell us. Just
I mean, how much money did you win on Wednesday? And we fucking destroyed. My girlfriend was there. Great. Anyway,
I had like a super gross cyst removed from my body, but that was years ago.
Okay, so you call that,
and it was real gross.
Go to disgustingcysts.com. It's registered there.
I'll send you video if you want. We did during halftime of the NFC Championship game.
Last one, you guys. Last one is this, gentlemen. It is the World Cup. It is Rankum Cups. Rankum.
Oh my
Cups.
god. Oh my god. Oh
so,
my god.
gentlemen, wine glass, water goblet, margarita
Jesus
glass,
Christ.
hurricane glass, champagne flute, cocktail glass, mug, plastic cup with lid and straw, cognac balloon, beer mug, Wiesen glass. Jeremy would know what that is. Teacup with saucer, vodka glass, which I think is like a cocktail glass, like a highball glass.
Piping glass.
Collins glass, Irish coffee glass, pint glass, shot glass, cool cigarettes. Gentlemen, you all can debate together. Rank 'em cups because we are in the midst of the World Cup. So it is time we define the World Cup of cups. I'll say, Jeremy, you know cups. Go first.
I mean,
Can I lead?
Like, I'm thinking, like, are we, like, for the moment, like, champagne flutes are great.
Okay,
for, like,
Jeremy,
camping.
great question. I would say the most useful, like multi-use. You're gonna, like, you want this in your cupboard. The other ones could go away.
A pint glass is a great example.
I was looking at that.
Not that, like, it kind of sucks for most things, but it's
beer or a cocktail or whatever, or water.
As a piece of utility, it is extremely flexible, and the Weizen glass probably in that regard as well.
Can I ask what a water goblet is?
If you're like, we're gonna get swank and we're gonna have these skinny little wine glass.
I would always think of it
like it's fun to do it, but it's so I wouldn't say it's a bad glass, but like you only use it when you're doing champagne, so it's a specialty glass. Oh, mug is going to be up there for like pure
easy
all the time utility.
And again, I think utility is the right way to go. So I think
cognac glasses are too fragile, but that's another one that like if you're in your smoking jacket leisurely chilling out, it's great to kind of hold a cognac glass and sniff it.
Gurky, you're screaming for an option. What do you think?
Oh, I just was trying to get clarity on what a water goblet is. I don't know.
I've never seen this thing. I don't know what this thing is. I thought maybe one of you would be like, "Oh, the water goblet," but I don't know.
And when you say cocktail glasses, you just mean like a highball glass, just something kind of.
Yeah. So let me. I've got the image
because those are pretty useful. I think those would be pretty high on the list, and also Cools.
Well, Cool cigarettes would probably be the best vestibule of all this. But Rob, do you have thoughts on this? We've got pint glass, mug, but we need a third one.
Oh yeah, I'd like to make a pitch for first place. Cool cigarettes.
Okay, yeah, because you're going to smoke your way out of drinking liquids. I think that's
right. Let's get cool cigarettes right up there to the top.
100%.
And then if I could cover the bottom as well, I think teacup with saucer. Go fuck yourself.
Ooh, at the bottom.
Yeah, I agree with that. Who needs a
teacup with saucer? Go fuck yourself.
I think
sometimes when you have those tea, like they're splashage, so it is good to have that saucer.
I wonder if you guys might read.
Yeah, it just sucks. It just sucks as a receptacle. I can't get enough fingers on it properly, and I feel like I've never met a teacup that keeps a hot thing hot as long as I'd like it to be hot.
So, but you guys look at the list.
I really think coupe glass should be on here.
Well, again, we're just going off a random picture I found. So, what'd you say? What do you want? What do you think?
I think cocktail glass goes next, and then probably plastic cup and straw.
Oh, so cocktail glass.
If you're in a car or something, you want that lid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
maybe plastic cup goes above cocktail glass. I'd be open to that. And then cocktail glass. And did you know that the champagne flutes were shaped exactly like Marie Antoinette's breasts?
Why do you have that knowledge?
I actually really like a champagne glass was shaped like it, but not a flute.
Rob,
I think a wine glass. Yeah,
that would be so funny.
A flute is not a real
I think a wine glass is the.
I think a wine glass is pretty good and deserves to be somewhere in the
because that'd be water
top third of this list.
Well, that could do a really good job. Clay, you haven't said anything. Do you have any thoughts on this?
He did.
He's not near his computer anymore.
I think
what is it called?
It's like a shot glass.
I think beer mug, guys. Beer mug is like way easier to drink out of this. And then I would also say Jeremy, you might know this. It's called the Weizen. I think it's just a larger pint. Again, you can have water. You can put a lot of stuff. It's large.
Sure. I love it.
I love that.
Water goblet. Let's throw it in there.
Yeah, water goblet.
I don't know what that is, but let's throw
water goblet is like a stubby wine glass.
Yeah. Now we're getting into a little. I would say champagne flute because we've got enough distance from the other stuff.
Shot glass is not in there.
Shot glass.
Okay.
I think shot glass is next. I think shot glass.
I'm confused about what the difference between a vodka glass and a Collins glass.
Hold on. I'm trying to hold on. I want to pull this up because I had it up for you
because both of those sound like they're kind of like juice glasses basically.
And
really you can drink vodka out of any glass. I've learned that you can drink it out of a plastic cup with a lid and straw.
I think one of the next last ones is going to be Irish coffee glass. That seems real that seems like a fuck it glass.
I'm gonna find it.
Okay, yeah, let's see.
I
Let's see.
think
Oh,
those.
I got it. There we go.
I think those Moscow Mule copper mugs.
Cool cigarettes.
That's number one, dude. Come on, keep up.
We got to get those up to number one. Yeah.
So, gentlemen, you can see now the ones that were. You see,
A vodka glass versus a Collins glass. Okay, vodka glass is.
I think vodka glass is like a old fashioned glass.
Well,
and the Collins is.
Can we agree on
right next to a pint glass?
Can we agree on fuck Irish coffee glass?
Yeah,
and
that's
Collins?
insane. That's insane.
Those are near the bottom.
Yeah.
I think the Collins glass is probably better than the vodka glass.
I agree.
Sorry, I'm really showing my expertise.
You know what it is? I'm going to do this. Let's just finish this out. We all know what the deal is. Collins glass, vodka glass is above a teacup. How much are you guys like? Oh, I want to have a teacup with a saucer.
Teacup is the worst. That's the bottom.
Rob said that's the bottom. I think Irish coffee glass is next.
Wait. Margarita glass versus hurricane glass. That's a
margarita above hurricane.
Yes, I think margarita. We're all gonna have margaritas.
I also like how you said it, hurricane. Maybe that's a different thing.
Oh my god, I've been trained so much as a Utah to be like, it's hurricane. Holy shit, Garrick, you just showed us something. I think a hurricane glass. And we're all
cognac balloon, and then Irish coffee glass, then teacup.
Okay. So teacup is. We all feel teacup is the bottom. We're not.
I think it's the bottom.
We're not dainty enough.
Are we talking about a demi-tasse though, or are we talking about a teacup?
I mean,
well,
if I'm pantomiming a pretend experience with a child, great, teacup.
Gerky, sorry, Jeremy, the entire time I was waiting for someone to be like, what is a days? What is it? Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Demi-tasse.
Yeah, what is that? I don't know what that is. I'm not that high class.
Like a little, I think like demi means half. It's a phrase. It was like, but if once you're calling it a demi-tasse, then it's like, well, it's classy.
Okay. Well,
bring it up a few notches. In my book,
I think that Irish coffee glass is above that. Is Irish tea above or below cognac? They call it balloon. I didn't know.
I think I like a cognac balloon better than an Irish coffee glass, but not by much.
Does everyone feel that way?
I mean
what's in the cup?
Well, I agree. Everyone, right now, if we were to
Clayton's asking the important questions.
Well, let's just go. I think we've got it right here. Everyone, real quick for the record, Cool cigarettes are the number one cup. Then we go pint glass, mug, plastic cup with lid and straw. Sorry, environmentalists. Cocktail glass, wine glass, beer mug, Weizen glass.
I mean, know your audience.
Water goblet, champagne flute, shot glass, Collins glass, vodka glass, margarita glass, hurricane glass, a hurricane glass. Sorry, I'm not from Utah. Cognac balloon, Irish coffee glass, teacup.
In the U.S., we would typically call that a snifter. We wouldn't call it a ballon.
That's a great point.
I think we nailed it.
I think that's pretty good.
Guys, we are solving all the big problems.
We have done again. It's World Cup decisions. Kirky, why I did this World Cup.
This is what a cognac snifter looks like, and one thing about it is like how thin the glass is. Like it's
right.
It's not a sturdy glass.
And Jeremy, when you're
other than like I'm being a classy motherfucker, you're not just gonna whip it out for any other drink.
You know
but
what?
if you got some cognac.
Jeremy, I was on the fence. You've convinced me. I think a cognac should move above hurricane glass. I think those two should trade.
It's over. It's over at this point. Last thing is you guys.
Never mind. I'm not even going to bring it up.
Last thing, you guys, is what is this mountain range? What is this mountain range? Our good friend, Clayton Scrivener. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier.
I know, but I'm trying to. This mountain range, Wyoming border. We're going to do Utah City's quiz, of course, next week because clearly we're out of time. But this mountain range on the Wyoming border, anyone want to chime in? Rob, do you want to go first on what you think this is? This is, of course, Utah Mountain Range of the Week, or Utah Mountains of the Week. Rob?
Fuck, I don't know those mountains.
Jeremy or Kirky, anyone, you all think of it at the same time. Anyone want to call out something?
Bear Mountains.
No, not right.
Yeah, okay.
I guess I'm confused. This would be part of the Uinta range, I would imagine.
It's north of the Uinta, is not a part of it. It is a mountains. It's not a range. It's mountains.
It's a north to south border between Wyoming and Utah. So that swath of green right there is the Cache Valley.
Yeah.
Well, no. It's not the Cache Valley.
It's not.
It's Rich County.
There we go.
Oh.
It might be leading into next week's Utah City's quiz, where people can join in next week with Utah City's quiz. But it is not anything other than next to the border of Wyoming.
The Kingfisher Range?
Nah, it's not right. I'm so sorry. That's not right. I'm going to reveal it in a second. You guys have one last guess.
Wawa.
No, Wawa's in the south, in the west desert.
I know.
How close are we to Dutch John?
No, I'm sorry, guys. It's not. Anyone else have one more guess?
As a question, not an answer.
Sorry. So what'd you say?
I said, how close are we to Dutch John there?
You're not far.
Great question. It's very far away. It's on the other side of the Uinta. So Dutch John would be on the further eastern part of the Uintas. This is not, I don't think is a part of the Uintas. I think it's its own weird thing. Paragliders go off of this and will join into the community that we will do City's Quiz next week. This is a ridge. It's kind of a very interesting part. I think the Bear River is right below that, or at least tributaries of that. It's a weird part. And in this valley continues into Wyoming, where it's not only just Utah, it goes into Wyoming, but that's why you say Sage Creek Junction. Last guess, everyone. I'll give you a reveal in a second. This is so hard. This is very hard. No one's got it. Crawford Mountains, you guys. On the tip of everyone's
Rodford?
Crawford.
Of course, it's the Crawford Mountains.
You guys don't know the
Teed Mountains?
You don't know the Teed Ronner Mountains?
Teed Ronner Mountains.
We'll be back next week with more fun and merriment. But the thing I wanted to introduce this week is this. What do you guys want to do for the next week? What is the thing you want to do? Clay, what is the thing? What is the thing you want to do, Clay, for this week? Is there something you want to do that you'd be happy?
Sunday is Father's Day.
Next Sunday.
And we are...
So you want presents, or you want, what do you want?
No, I don't want appreciation, but I'm thinking pops, dads.
Okay. So
let's go.
So you have nothing but next week that other than fathers are accurately are being honored. Is that what you want?
Sorry, that's all I got.
We love you, Daddy.
We love you, Daddy. Gurky, what do you want for the next week? What do you want to do? What's the thing you want to do that you'd be happy next week when we start the show? What you would do?
I guess technically ending this insufferable primary election isn't until 2. So I guess win our playoff game tomorrow. Rob, you going to be there?
Of course.
All right.
Oh, it's softball shit. So we got softball shit.
Win our playoff game.
Rob, what's something you want to do this week that you would love to chime in next week that you did?
I would like to let everybody know that I successfully wrangled the prickly bush that I chopped down in the last couple of days. I wrangled it into my yard waste bin. It's so prickly. It's so prickly. It's going to be such a hassle. It's sitting in a pile in the middle of my back lawn.
I love that.
I really want to put it off. But I would love to tell you guys that I didn't next week.
Jeremy, what do you want for your what you wanted to do this week? What did you want to do this week?
I mean, I'd really love to just sit here with my brandy snifter all day, enjoying some brandy. But I think I gotta, I think I would really like for one of my goddamn teams in my World Cup pool to get a fucking win.
Jeremy is one of two people at 0 points so far.
And by the way, what I would like, Jeremy, next week, and why I was upset with the World Cup stuff, we need to make it more clear of who has what stake, what's going on. Let me know so I can make the graphics, because I'm excited about the World Cup is the World Cup. I wake up so excited about it. I want to be a part of it. I think I want Polyester Blend, of course, to be a place to talk about it. So if you can help me on where we are, who's winning what, please. I love this World Cup. I love it. I was watching
how much money
next
is
week we'll have
winning?
A clearer vision, because right now we're like, not everyone's played yet.
Yeah, so. The next week I was like, we should have a clear part of the show doing this, because I was watching it during the day and I was like, I love this, but I have no idea what my stake is or what your favorite Husky boys would love.
Yeah, Schlegel, we got to get you on the spreadsheet.
In this Discord. We'll talk about it in the after hours. Hours.
We also, next week, I think we need a whole segment on the porn that Rob introduced to our live. With the Where I Came From book. I mean, that's so good.
That's
Rob.
It's good
Rob,
shit.
Any respect for people who aren't ready for penis vagina stuff?
Well, people, I would say right now.
Yeah, of course, man. You don't have to know what they're doing. It's important to know that they're there and that they're part of the whole thing.
When you say there, are you talking about multiple penises?
We can talk about this in the
everybody has one or the other, sometimes both.
The Limp Bizkit crew will talk about this. People, the Husky Boy of the show.
I'm actually feeling pretty hard right now.
The Husky Boy of the show, of course, goes to the California Seagull. The California Seagull is
literally you're giving it to Ryan Bedford right now, which is insane.
No, I'm giving it to the California Seagull. That
Give
is
it to a gold.
The gold,
that beautiful bird.
California cock.
It is a part of Utah Clay more than we would admit that we are a part of. We'll be back with more fun and merriment next week. Could you imagine this show?
Can you imagine being more funny than merriment?
Well, also, and I will say 2 weeks from now, might be doing it from a different state. Might be doing the show from a different state. You all might join me up there, but until we're done, I will say this: we've done a great show. Polyester Blend will be back next week, next Monday. Could you imagine where we go from this?